Mm. Hola gente, ¿cómo están hoy? Sean bienvenidos hoy a la conclusión del penúltimo CPT de este 2023, que es nada menos que el CPT France-Spain-Portugal Top 8. Desgraciadamente, debido a unas fallas que tuve ayer con el OBS, el directo del Top 16 tuve que borrarlo tanto en Twitch como en YouTube. Pero lo he programado para transmitirlo este lunes que viene, este lunes 11 de diciembre. Así que no hay que preocuparse por eso porque haré la retransmisión de eso, del top 16, el lunes, aunque solo será mostrando los matches, como hice con Asia East y Asia South East, obviamente por el término del horario. Pero en fin. Ay, ya voy, un momento. Aquí estoy, como decía, de los 238 players que se inscribieron a este CPT, que ocupa las regiones de Francia, España y Portugal, ahora solo quedan los últimos 8. En total, 7 franceses y un español serán los que se decidirán quién será el clasificado de su región, ya que originalmente en World Warrior, Samuel clasificado de España y Balmaster clasificado de Francia. Ok, veamos los matches que vamos a tener, porque todos estos matches, al igual que todos los demás que hemos visto hasta ahora, van a ser al mejor de 3, a.k.a. Best of 5. Por el lado de winners tenemos a Lionheart contra Killzyou, que va a ser Juri versus Cammy. Luego Kusanagi contra Crimson, que va a ser Luke versus Dhalsim, que uno de los favoritos que se lo puede llevar es entre Killzyou o Crimson. Luego, Shanks contra Linkexelo, que va a ser España contra Francia. Shanks, el único español que llegó a top 8. Que va a ser Cammy contra Luke. Y por último, MK Fast contra Akainu, que va a ser Blanka versus Guile. Y ambos representan a Francia. Porque según las predicciones, marcan que el favorito a ganarlo va a ser el señor Mr. Crimson. O sea que con esto tendríamos 3 Dhalsims en la Capcom Cup. Así es, 3 Dhalsims en la Capcom Cup. El primero fue Garnet de Italia, el segundo fue Shaka de Argentina, que ganó el World Warrior de su región, y ahora el tercero podría ser Mr. Crimson, o podrían ser 4 Juris si Killzyou gana, o 3 o 2 Cammys en el caso que Shanks gane. Pero, pero para que Shanks pueda ganar tendría que ganarle a las bestias como Killzyou y Crimson. Y sobre todo el que esté en la gran final tendría que ganarle 6 veces. 3 para resetear y 3 veces más para ganar. Y ganar a estas dos bestias, o incluso a Akainu, o a Kusanagi, o incluso a Hermekafaz, no va a ser fácil. El único español contra toda la fuerza francesa que hay acá. Y no hay ningún portugués. Había 2 portugueses que fueron Tomoe y Yamcher, pero fueron eliminados. Yamcher usando Manon y Tomoe usando JP. O sea, no hay ningún JP. Tenemos 2 Cammys, 2 Lux, un Dhalsim, una Cammy y un Blanka y un Guile. O sea, los personajes dominantes aquí son Cammy y Luke. Así es, Cammy y Luke son los personajes dominantes. Cammy y Luke son los personajes dominantes acá. Cammy, Juri, Luke, Dhalsim, Cammy, Luke, Blanka, Guile. Estas son las dominancias. Después de esto, la siguiente semana vamos a tener el último CPT de 2023 antes del gran corte, obviamente debido a las fiestas. Y con eso iríamos al stacked principal de todo, CPT Japan. Que su CPT al final fue marcada para el 6 de enero. Y tiene hasta ahora 772 players registrados. Creo que para antes del 6 de enero creo que CPT Japan al menos va a tener más de 800 players registrados, haciéndolo el evento más stacked de todo el CPT 2023, superando incluso al World Warrior Japan 1 y al CPT Canadá North America West, que ese fue el que lo ganó el Snake Eyes con el GIF. O sea, esto se va a poner bueno el 6 de enero. El 6 de enero esto se va a poner bueno. Pero bueno, empezamos. Bajamos la voz para que se escucha. Ah. Obviamente van a hacer una preview del anterior CPT o de un World Warrior. Posiblemente van a hacer, según mi predicción, va a ser el World Warrior de Spain-Portugal. Aunque obviamente el idioma va a ser que algunos no entiendan, obviamente por hablar en español. Y los que están en el chat de Capcom Fighter todos hablan en inglés. No. Ok. Dice LCQ. Shanghai. Ya empezamos. A ver cuál va a ser el resumen. ¿Será el de France? No, ¿será el de Spain-Portugal o será el de France? Veamos. Aparece. Ok, ¿cuál va a ser? El de Francia.
Grandest of finals. The winner of this
Balmaster.
$3,000 and goes to Capcom Cup. Definitely one match that we love seeing. These two are always delivering extremely high quality matches. Mr. Crimson clutched it earlier, 3-2. Valmaster, you've got a lot to do in this grand finals.
Absolutely. Uphill battle for Valmaster, undoubtedly. Here it is. Exanshu. Trying to go back some drive gauge here, but Mr. Crimson not making it easy for Valmaster. Chasing him down. Really fireball as well on the screen. Valmaster's actually making it annoying for Crimson. He's backing off and making him come to Chun-Li.
Okay, I like that. First time is this one just stopping Valmaster from just doing toca into walk behind.
He knows now. Oh, what a jump! Very
Alright, Valmaster taking round number 1. Just the grand finals, looking confident. And I wonder if we will see the Kimberly at all in this set. That wasn't a good pick on the his final side. I think he's just going to keep to the Chun-Li this time. He had a good range.
Our wins. Wow.
Wow, very deep.
Don't float. Don't float.
Oh, Bible dissipating just a long time there for Valmaster, but he's still in full control. This is enough.
7 French versus 1 Spain.
Yeah, he gets a chance at resetting the bracket if he keeps this up. What a play right there.
My god. That was a first game showing why Valmaster went all the way back to that grand finals to this side. The first game was a statement. Now, Mr. Crimson, you need to answer to this.
Of the Enero.
Man on chat say Crimson's about to pull out his secret Jamie.
Jamie, yeah. He was inspired by Kane.
Shout out to Lino, bro.
Yep.
Much love to the chat, man. It's been a fun day.
It's been a good one.
Alright. Valmaster is looking at the game machine. Everything he does is right so far. Definitely riding on the high. Whoa, there we go. More pressure again and again.
Permabanes.
Okay.
Uf, pobre Crimson.
In the results he wants. At least I think he knows now to not switch to Kimberly because he tried that in the winner's side. It did not go his way. So I think for now it's going to be Chun-Li all the way for him.
Something that I haven't really seen him in control. Valmaster is in full control of the game so far. There's another conversion. He's going to and the money get Crimson close to them and then himself going to build a bit more.
Well, that's going to hit. Yeah, that goes up.
Yep. That's the answer. I think that's an absolute answer.
Nice choice there. Going down that offensive approach there for Valmaster. He did his homework. Yo, drive rush slide interrupted though. Valmaster disrespecting the reset then.
Pobre Crimson, tanto trabajo que le costó llegar a la Grand Finals en su World Warrior para que después fuera destrozado vivo por Valmaster. 6-0 fue esto. Ah no, 6-1 fue. No fue 6-0. En el refrigerador.
Mr. Crimson struggling. Valmaster has been having an amazing first set of the grand finals right now, 1 game away from resetting the bracket, offering us more Street Fighter 6. And it's been such an entertaining days that I definitely want more sets.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's been awesome. Juggles for days. Exit. Oh no, follow up. He was definitely killed there. Okay. Okay, nice.
Buah, Crimson. Tanto trabajo que te costó llegar a la gran final del World Warrior Francia para que termines perdiendo de esta forma. Fue una reverenda paliza.
Valmaster did not reset yet. He's on reset point now, right?
Uf, pobre Crimson en esto. Tanto trabajo que le costó.
Production fanboying over for Grandmaster. Understandable, you know. This is reset point now.
New production.
Para que después termine perdiendo de esta forma.
Production gave the L to Valmaster, but he's not gonna hold it for long.
This time goes low. Oh, you see Crimson holding back there. He's expecting the stomps now. The jump. That's going to be enough. Valmaster resets it 3-0.
Reset 3-0 en el reset.
Was a speedrun.
Did Crimson get around?
Done 4 wins in a row, 6 rounds in a row against Crimson.
No.
It's time for Shin Grand Finals.
Oh, Jamie. Boo.
Alright, one of these two guys, one of these two is going to Capcom Cup, Valmaster or Mr. Crimson. The two very best in France right now. I don't think there is any argument against this.
Buah. Perfect parry para castigarle.
Yeah, when you can make it frustrating for Dhalsim, like he's so comfortable throwing buttons and expecting everyone to go towards him, right? If you can get the life lead and like play a little lame yourself,
No.
you've got some drive gauge, you've got a good fireball, you can frustrate the sim player pretty easily. Force him to make mistakes, force him to teleport in. That's what Valmaster's trying to do right here. Nice.
Alright, and look, Crimson is a bit more offensive. Happy to put Valmaster in the corner. He's the one who wants to keep the pressure. Oh, that was a weird angle.
What an escape.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh my god,
Bro, that's
the range
Muerto.
was insane!
That's an hard kick, bro.
Uf.
Snapping. Dhalsim out the sky.
There we go, another round for Valmaster, 7 rounds in a row in these grand finals. It's battle hardened. Just won against the best character in the game, Jamie. So
Yeah, I know, right? Damn. I mean, you can't get much better than that.
exactly. We got to watch out, right? Crimson is definitely not the kind of player who will stay getting cooked. He wants to enter the kitchen as well. Okay. And see, like that's one of the reasons why
5 or 0%.
Dhalsim has a hard time in this game because random full screen parry might completely stop your game from
Yeah,
existing.
totally.
And it's definitely a guess at perfect parry. It's not a reaction to you pressing a button. It's like, yeah, press parry and yeah, happen.
Speaking of perfect parry, Crimson is one of the best you'll see at. Oh, grounded combo into level 3.
6 trace.
Big advantage now. Mr. Crimson might be back, guys. Losing all those games in a row. Back in there. That fireball there is bouncing away.
No.
Dead.
Punish counter, big slap. Finally, Crimson takes a round in the sets. How much?
Nope. We're back to where we were in the winners' finals. You know, Valmaster trying to find a way in.
Es Akainu.
3 bars though.
Bueno,
Big damage. Well done, Valmaster. Crimson cannot any mistake for now.
Ooh, okay. High brush a reversal land, sorry. Now Valmaster is in an even worse position. Oh my goodness, bro.
el USA.
Yin and Yang palm. The level 2. Great option. Crimson now, look at that. Wow, Valmaster stayed off that burnout so well.
USA es la kriptonita de la TAM.
I'm not sure.
Por la maldita visa.
Oh my god.
Valmaster kicking it up several gears now. Look at
6
1-0,
rounds
4 games in a
straight.
row.
We can see Crimson starting to the fight.
In comparison to Street Fighter 5, sí.
What do you got for Mr. Crimson?
Yo, consistently shutting down Dhalsim's options. Well, he can make something. I feel like one of their characters' best options is actually a bad idea. That's when you're that's when the
In the
mental game is
house.
completely in your favor.
In the house. Buah. Kaku. Ah, Hosho. Dead.
Valmaster is playing on another level right now.
Well, how do you stop him? Everything he does works. I know he's powered up by the fire of the Capcom premiere, right? Where you got that
Who got fire?
final
Nope.
to get the run back against Mina.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Once, but you know what? Crimson is ready to cook as well.
Exactly, and let's not forget, these two both qualified for Capcom Cup last year, and they actually had a confrontation, if you remember.
Yes.
In the cup itself. Very close game, but I think Crimson took that one.
Yeah.
Now it looks like it's the other way around.
Oh my god, Tyrants. Valmaster with another great opening right now. At least he's out of stun. Mr. Crimson, he's happy to block right now. You're in the corner trying to get away with the dive. Valmaster is just keeping the pressure now. Crimson, how can you escape this?
Nice. Jobs to parry that all out. Master. Lower on life, but what a confirm level 2 on the way. That's going to be it. Oh, Master 2-0. He needs one more.
If the maricas so
One
never.
more game. Valmaster is going to Capcom Cup. Crimson needs to do something right now. 5 games in a row, Valmaster. 5 games in a row.
He is looking invincible right now. The way he's playing, the decision making, everything he does works. Mr. Crimson has been struggling and he's tried a lot of different approaches. He's tried being offensive, he's tried being defensive, he's tried hitting his opponent, he's tried being the one who reacts. It's just not working. Valmaster got the
In
consistency.
Street Fighter 6.
And now, this could be the final game. Valmaster is on 5 games in a row against Mr. Crimson. He only needs one
And Capcom.
to qualify to Capcom Cup.
Alright, here we go. Survey Valmaster though. Gets the hit yet again. A big drive reversal there. Trying to keep Crimson in this corner, but no, he's out. That will not be a punish yet. He was
It's
too
a
low.
stylized.
Nice.
Look at that. Oh, what? The stops?
Not
He
really.
had the button that Crimson tried in the air. Valmaster just knows everything he needs to do in this match.
There's more people register.
Bro,
A ver acá. Va todo
I think
bien.
I've seen it used against like Cammy dive kick as well. But bro, use it against Sim when he's that far away. This guy's genius.
That's insane. Valmaster is now on tournament point. Valmaster is 1 round away.
You
from
fire.
Capcom Cup. Mr. Crimson needs all the clutch he has available to bring something back. He's got 3 bars, he's got a bit of drive gauge, but he's got a super solid Valmaster.
Yeah, it's not looking easy for him right now. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Crimson now puts himself with the burnout. Wait. Gets the hit.
Okay, I respect that, but even if he's gonna give him the life leads, he might need another round with no resources to work against Valmaster. So definitely not the best of situations for Mr. Crimson, but at least he got this and gets away. Alright, the driving back is a bit ambitious.
Oh,
from
God, you
Valmaster.
go.
Crimson takes the round, but Valmaster starts this one with 3 bars.
Alive.
Sí.
Yes. Go. Counter.
He's not pressing the button.
Oh, please.
No, he can. Crimson gets an opening. This is the moment where Crimson can build some momentum. Gets the throw as well. He's building the bars. Gonna get 2 bars very soon. Valmaster to wait because he's got all the bars necessary to get a kill. And that's it.
That's gonna do it.
Valmaster ganó ahí el World Warrior de Finals de Francia y se clasificó.
Into the level 3.
Welcome to another episode of the official CPT pre-show, no neutral. I am Big Hollywood, Rob TV, and I am joined with my co-host, my brother from another, the people's champ, Brian F. What's up with you, bro?
I am feeling amazing because we are finally seeing Capcom Cup 10 come to fruition. We are deep into this season while we still have a few more CPT online premieres coming up to trickle in the last few qualifiers. We have the vast bulk of the players qualified from around the world, especially through the World Warrior program, because all the regional finals are wrapping up. You know, the whole season worth of competing, 5 qualifying events in these regions to earn points to be in that top 8 and those final top 8 players battling it out to be that final top 1 to qualify. And we have a lot of new faces joining us for Capcom Cup all over the world.
Menardo.
So we're gonna go through them. We're gonna break down a little
Resumen
bit
de los
about who each
de los
player is,
World Warrior
who we
Finals
see
que han
for
habido.
over $1 million in prizing at Capcom Cup. So
Veamos.
where do we get started with this, Rob?
Yeah, so we already, of course, on previous episodes, we've already talked about some of the players, but since then, some new players have qualified. Let's start out with Korea, man.
Lashar.
Only 23, 24 years old, still a young buck out here and absolutely cooking up. And of course, he now joins NL and represent Korea for the first time. I love it. I love it when someone for the first time qualifies for Capcom Cup, because their opponents don't even know what to expect as much outside of Korea in itself. You can even watch footage, but it's something different going up against that person. So definitely interested to see what he does right there. Now, that's at least 2 Chun-Lis in Capcom Cup. No, 3.
They're racking up right now. So there's Travis Styles, Valmaster, and Lashar. So Lashar rounds out
Cianique too, I want to say.
Chun-Lis. Oh, Cianique as well. Yeah, we'll get to him a little bit later. So it looks like 4 so far. So Chun-Li, strongest woman, she's back in business. I'm looking at Europe Northeast right now. Mirkin is back in the cup. Mirkin had a point. He played G previously in Street Fighter 5. He's rocking the Luke these days, and he qualified out of the regional finals to Phenom. He got second. So Phenom, he's one of those dastardly fellows who won the CPT event but has no shame in trying to keep people out of the World Warrior Regional Finals. And you know, all props to him. The World Warrior Regional Finals had a decent amount of money on the line. So Phenom secured that first place with a 3-2 finish in the final set against Mirkin and secured the cash prize. But second place goes Mirkin. He's in Capcom Cup again, trying to see if he can go a little bit further, make it out of the group stages. So shout out to Mirkin. It's good to see you back in the cup.
Mirkin did his thing at Cup last year too, man. For his first time, even being an international
Stay
in general.
down, okay.
Capcom Cup on the stage that big under that pressure. So definitely excited to see him back. I expect him to be even stronger this time. Moving over to the biggest story, I think. Yeah, Mena RD has been the biggest story. This is the most competitive CPT outside of Japan. Of course, talking about US East. Mena RD has officially, finally, qualified for Capcom Cup after getting second at EVO, after getting third, I want to say.
He got 4th in CPT Singapore,
in Singapore, and second in
second
France.
again at CPT France. This wasn't a free path for Mena. He did not win every single qualifier.
And he was in loser side in grand finals against Knuckle Dude, who looked great.
Not just Knuckles Dude. No, he dropped in first round of Punk losers, and then he had to go. This is the run. 3-0 over Idom. 3-1 over Punk in the run back, and then he had to go over Knuckle Dude 3-2 to reset, and then 3-2 last game, last round, and he finally punched his ticket to Capcom Cup. So congratulations, Mena, for pulling that off.
And then we move across the world to look at Asia East. Shout out to Kagami for qualifying with that absolutely ridiculous Juri.
He beat Chris Wong. Chris Wong, we saw in 2 grand finals CPT premieres back-to-back. He was in grand finals for Singapore, getting second barely to Gachikun, and then getting the win over Mena RD in CPT France. And so he's back again. You know, like I said, World Warrior Regional Finals, good money, good competitive accolades. He's competing there, and he got the win over Chris Wong. So this is not like he got second due to some fluke. No. Kagami Uma has done his thing. I think, to me, this is one of the biggest players
de Taiwan.
If he's qualified out of this region over this field of competitors, I think a lot of the rest of the people in the cup are looking at this and like, wait, maybe he wasn't on my radar, but he beat all the guys who were on my radar to get here. So look out for Kagami. Let's see what he can do at Capcom Cup.
And then for our next region, we take it over to the Middle East, where I think they have a very special story.
Fandroid.
Fandroid the phenomenal DJ player. He goes and qualifies for Capcom Cup from World Warrior. What was interesting there is we're so used to seeing Angry Bird and Big Bird, but this time Angry Bird qualifies through Evo at the beginning of the year in the biggest tournament that we've seen in Street Fighter history. So that spot is already out of there. So that leaves the CPT Online Open and World Warrior Open. So there was guaranteed to be a new player. And I want to say that Fandroid might have finished first place in the World Warrior standings overall.
Yes.
Yeah, he actually, so he was the most consistent, the highest ranked player there. But in the World Warrior, of course, Big Bird ended up taking first place, but he had already won CPT Online, so Fandroid goes ahead and qualifies.
Moving on to Europe West, and this player,
Takamura.
man, like he shows up when he needs to, right? Like, this is one of the most electrifying players in Street Fighter, and he's always one of the biggest monkey wrenches in any brackets. I'm talking about, of course, Takamura with his Ken qualifying out of Europe West. He qualified before out of Europe West also last year, and remember in Capcom Cup last year, he went 5-0 in his group. He was the person who beat IDOM in groups and made IDOM qualify out of groups in losers. I think everyone is always scared of what Takamura is going to bring to the table. You know, he wasn't dominating every single event in this region, but when it's time to qualify, he shows up and gets the job done. Takamura is qualified once again out of Europe West. Takamura,
man, one of the most creative players that we have in the scene. And then, of course, we move over to Central America West, where we had
Destroy
Gods with a guile taking it over Grand Todoka and Grand Finals. Destroy Gods qualified for Cup. And I want to say this has to be Destroy Gods' first time in Cup. I don't remember seeing him there before.
Yes, it is. Destroy Gods out of Panama, rocking his guile, is going to make his way to Capcom Cup for the first time, so it'll be really interesting to see what he does once he gets there. Moving on to South America East, though, we have a familiar face in the international scene.
Yes,
Shaka22
Shaka!
with his Dhalsim is qualifying out of Argentina, and Shaka22 I think has been one of the most consistent players in Argentina, South America East for quite some time. We've seen his Dhalsim do work time and time again, so he's finally actually won the big one, the one that really matters to qualify into Capcom Cup. So it's going to be interesting to see how he does once it comes time for Capcom Cup.
And now we're going to go down to Asia South, where C. Anik actually qualifies with that Chun-Li. That Chun-Li is looking insane, man. To me, there's no way you could be a high-level Chun-Li player and not be godlike at the core fundamentals of fighting games. So much respect to C. Anik, and I'm excited to see him in Capcom Cup.
And I'm just excited to see representation from Bangladesh, right? This is really, the World Warrior program is doing its thing and highlighting talent from around the world. So it's really awesome to see a Bangladesh representative going to Capcom Cup. Moving on to the next region, we have Germany's World Warrior, where GG Hannibal has qualified with this Ken. And I remember Hannibal doing a lot of work actually in Street Fighter V for quite some time in the earlier seasons. He had a lot of tournament success with his Ken. So it's always good to see like the players come back into form, especially in the drop of a new game. So Hannibal has established his dominance once again over the German region, and will be going on to Capcom Cup.
All right, then in South America West, Enero the Boxer qualifies for Capcom Cup once again. Of course, we've seen him do the same thing with the Balrog back in Street Fighter V not long ago, and this time he has spun the block with DJ and 6.
Congratulations, Enero, for finally making it in. Looking forward to seeing what you do on the big stage. And moving on now to Mexico, we have an interesting qualifier here. Sol VNG has qualified again for Capcom Cup. He actually was in the previous Capcom Cup for Street Fighter V, but this time he is the lone modern representative in Capcom Cup qualified so far. He plays primarily modern Luke. And so we are going to have some kind of modern representation in Capcom Cup.
And then, of course, we head down to Central America East. Beautiful story, man. Of course, this is crossover qualifying for Capcom Cup. He had such a hard time trying to get visas and whatnot to come over to compete with players like Mena RD and Kaba. So he wasn't able to get his break. So now he goes and qualifies for Capcom Cup, and Lord willing, he is actually going to be here in Los Angeles, and he deserves it just as much as anyone, man, if not even more than a lot of players. So shout out to Crossover, one of the most ridiculous players in the region.
He did qualify in 2018. In fact, that was unfortunately the reality of what happened. He wasn't able to attend Capcom Cup 2018 after qualifying, so he's finally had another shot. So hopefully everything works out. We get to see him here, USA competing and showing the world what he's actually capable of, because he is one of the strongest in the world, bar none. But moving on, South Africa. So South Africa, we actually do have another returning qualifier here. Ren with his Luke is making his way back to Capcom Cup, and this time he gets second to Jabiem, because Jabiem is just bodying everybody. He's just cooking it up. So he's giving Ren some good training practice right there. But he gets second to someone who's already qualified. Jabi qualified through the CPT online event. So now he's, in a more official sense, earned his ticket to the Capcom Cup. So I'm sure he's going to feel a confidence boost in that. And now he gets to actually compete for $1 million. So Ren, congratulations once again. It was nice meeting you at Capcom Cup last year. Welcome back, and let's see what you can do at Capcom Cup.
Speaking of returning players who was super nice to meet and talk to and everything, we head over to Brazil, where the qualifier is, of course, Juninho Ross. I mean, we interviewed him earlier this year, Brian, and of course we chopped it up with him a lot at Capcom Cup. He actually joins Namikaze, representing Brazil for Capcom Cup. So now, of course, they have a Luke representative and DJ. We've seen how ridiculous Namikaze was. Juninho Ross, ridiculous back in Street Fighter 5, doing the same thing now. And I expect great things. I expect big things results-wise, actually, from both of these players at Capcom Cup.
And the final region we have to cover here might be the most hype, and it kind of leads right into our CPT event that we have coming up. Spain, Portugal, World Warrior. They actually held their World Warrior regional finals offline, and the grand finals came down to Samuel with his Juri versus Vega Patch's Chun-Li. Vega Patch has been like the signature player out of Spain for many years throughout Street Fighter V's lifespan. He actually qualified in the previous Capcom Cup. Samuel manages to fight off, the comeback from Vega Patch and seal the deal to punch his ticket into Capcom Cup. And the hype from the commentators and the crowd as he qualifies is just a beautiful thing. It's a sign of the passion, the excitement that's to come at Capcom Cup for all these players. So I can't wait to see all these players from around the world, every corner of the world possible, coming into one roof for the offline action to compete for the largest prize that we've ever had for Street Fighter. It's going to be a beautiful thing.
Bro, just talking about that Spain, Portugal, the hype to pop off from Samuel, that crowd, it got me hyped up, bro. And of course, we are about to see those players and France included as well compete right now. Only one player is about to qualify for Capcom Cup. Their dreams on the line, and their shot at
France,
a $2 million
Spain,
prize.
Portugal,
This
top
is what it's all
8
about,
en 3
baby.
minutos.
We are getting into top 8 for CPT, France, Spain, and Portugal.
I present the hunter from Kumura.
Esto se va a poner buenísimo, ya que esto es al mejor de 3, FT3, o también se le dice Best of 5. Ok, el mini trailer de siempre y ya vamos ahí con los comentaristas que van a ser Ultra David y Jammers.
We are supporting Capcom Cup 10 with a total prize pool of over $2 million. Showtime, baby! Luana takes it over Idol! Alright, ready? You don't want to miss it! Let him cook! Look at the damage! Look at
Aún no empieza.
Now's not the time for jokes. Your two-time Capcom Cup champion! It's
Ispenardi. Let's go.
All right, and welcome back to this region CPT France, Spain, and Portugal. Top 16 day one is complete, and now we're here with the finals day for the top 8, and we're going to crown another qualifying champion to join us at the Capcom Cup 10 in early February next year. Myself, Jammers, back on the mic with Ultra David. It's been a pleasure, but now we got to qualify a new person, don't we?
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Of course, this region is very strong. It's had players who have had big success across the world and at EVO and at all sorts of strong locations over the many years in Street Fighter. And for this one, I thought it was interesting yesterday, to nobody's surprise, France showed up big time. And
Sí.
yesterday, though, there were Spanish players, there were Portuguese players.
Yeah.
Today, only one Spanish player remains. We have 7 from France. We have good character
Wow.
variety. Going to be interesting on that front. We have some interesting storylines to follow, including lots of runbacks from like recent big events, which is going to be fun to follow. And in general, looking forward to some great action.
Yeah, please, if we can take a look at the bracket right now so people can see what is going on. This is the top 8.
Lionheart,
You may have seen it on
Killzyou,
Start GG.
Kusanagi,
You've seen
Crimson,
David advertising
Shanks,
on social media a
Linkexelo
couple minutes ago.
y Faz
This is what the
Akainu.
bracket is looking like here. Like I said, it is heavily dominated by one particular country, and that is France, with the lone Spaniard in losers top 8 there with Shanks. It's not Vega Patch. It's a new player in town. It's actually pretty damn good at fighting games from what I heard.
Yeah.
Let's see how
Not
far
the first
he
one
can
he's
go here.
played.
Yeah, but you got Lionheart, Killzyou, Kusanagi, Monsieur Crimson, Shanks, Linkexelo, RNK Fast, and Akainu. I actually can't wait to see all these matches unfold. We are in, shoutouts to Ridge, the promised land. They get that extended time to adapt and try and nick the win there.
Yeah, first to 3, all of them. We are expecting 2 Cammys, 2 Lukes, 1 Blanka, a Dhalsim, a Guile, and a Juri to round it out. They did tell us that there's a couple other potential choices in there, but
I mean, to me, that sounded
probably
like,
what we're looking for.
to me, that sounded like you said no DJ, no
I didn't.
JP,
No.
no Marisa either,
No.
no critical hitting character. No, that's it's crazy, isn't it?
No, it's cool. Every region has their own different take and own characters that are up there. And again, that's what we have found for this top 8.
Yes, indeed.
Vamos con el
we
primer
have,
match,
but hey, do not forget,
que es
outside the
FT3.
qualifying spot, these guys are playing for a bit of prize money, which is awarded to the top 4. And of course, first place will be having 2.5k, second place 1.2, third place with $800, and fourth place with $500 here. So if you do get into this final, you are guaranteed a little bit of change here. But then again, people are gunning for that Capcom Cup qualifying spot, and then leading to that, of course, Capcom Cup 10 special season prizing with over $2 million as a prize pool, with first place being awarded $1 million. The headlines on all the gaming article websites, they'll put that there. Insert name here, first $1 million champion for a Street Fighter game. How about that? And we'll be in this timeline to witness that live and direct. Can't wait to see that.
Again, yesterday, we started out with 11 players from France. We started out with 3 players from Spain and 2 from Portugal. That was our top 16. Down to 7 from France. So great ratio of success. 11 players and 7 of them got into the top 8. Pretty good work. And only 1 from Spain. In this region, Valmaster's already qualified through World Warrior from France. And for Spain and Portugal, that was Samuel, who did enter.
Yes.
Didn't make it into the top 8. Valmaster chose not to enter. So if you're tuning in now and haven't, been up on all of that news, and you're wondering where's Valmaster, well, he chose not to enter. So that we
Completely fine.
Of course, yeah. You see in this region 2 players who made the alternate decisions whether to enter or not. Up to you either way. You're allowed to, certainly. It's not just about qualifying for Capcom Cup, as you mentioned. There's also money on the line, but also maybe you don't want to beat your friends who are having a chance to qualify. Right? There's any number of reasons, of course. But I do think it's cool that in this region we have two World Warriors who chose to make the two different sides of that coin.
Of course, no. And I completely agree with that as well, right? And then again, it kind of gives a new impetus for the guys that have still want to accumulate that experience and actually have a real good chance of qualifying here. Speaking of qualifying, we are setting up our first match here. And obviously, I did speak to you about this off-camera. I spoke to the production team as well. Looking at this bracket, again, there's strength in depth with what this top 8 provides. But my million-dollar question will always be, who's going to stop Mr. Crimson today? He already got denied his opportunity by Valmaster, and that was a beatdown.
It
right?
was.
We looked at the definition in the dictionary. But Mr. Crimson here, he puts in the hours. He's a veteran when it comes to traveling. He's got the experience at the highest level as well, won numerous tournaments as well, recently with UFA 2023. And I looked at this bracket, as did you, and I was like, who has the best shot at denying him that opportunity? And it's not just character-wise either, it's player-wise, and this region here in particular doesn't like fighting Dhalsim.
Well,
in this region in particular.
Yeah, not just that they don't like fighting Dhalsim, but that the Dhalsim that they're playing has all of their numbers, like as a player.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about some of his results. Again, we have lots of runbacks from like recent times, from UFA, from the France offline, CPT, for example, and Crimson got a leg up on a few of the players who are in here, including his first round match. But that's not where we're starting. I agree with you that that is probably the favorite to look for. But we're going to be starting with Lionheart versus Killzyou.
Oh boy, okay, so props to Lionheart, to be honest with you. One of the strongest Cammy players we have in the European region at this point in time. But he is going up against the runner-up of this region's CPT last year for SA5 in Killzyou. Again, one of the youngest and strongest young prodigies we have in the European region as well. He does play a little bit of Cammy, so he's got a more of a anecdotal insight to the mindset of what Lionheart will do and find out his propensities in certain scenarios. But again, it'll be pretty interesting. A tall order for Lionheart, but it's not impossible.
Killzyou got 7th at UFA and 17th at the Paris CPT. Lionheart got 65th at UFA and 33rd at the offline CPT, so a little bit lower there. Not only that, but this is one of the matchups where there is a direct run back from recent times. Killzyou beat Lionheart 2-1 in CPT France offline. That was in top 64. So it wasn't a blow up. 2 games to 1. Of course, it's going to need to be first to 3 here in this set to do it. And we have a word from Lionheart before this begins.
Let's find out what Lionheart has to say. Killzyou is one of the best players in Europe. It's going to be a really great match. Best man win. I respect that lovely sportsmanship before we go in and exchange blows with each other. Now, it's funny that, because the characters they are using, it kind of ties into my revelation I told you yesterday, where I do think Cammy is a better version of Juri in this game, at least when it comes to the philosophy in terms of how they want to play.
Okay, yeah.
Of course. Now, like I said, Killzyou has been learning a bit of Cammy. He tried to use Cammy against Mr. Crimson in one of the World Warriors. To no avail, that just didn't work.
His fact about himself is, I don't like Juri.
It's brilliant.
So, he's making a pretty good run with it anyway. He also says, by the way, similarly to Lionheart, Killzyou says, Lionheart is one of the best Cammys in Europe, and it will be a difficult match. So both players recognizing a lot of strength in the other.
Well, look, self-awareness goes a long way. Sure. And especially if you're paying that respect to your opponents. Look, I'm capable of understanding your skill, and I know how difficult this can be. The result will be different. One thing I did note down from last night, as you got to bear witness in full force, is anyone ready for drive rush cancel into overhead?
Oh, that's a good question, actually, yeah.
And that's it. And usually Killzyou does that when he has level 3 available, and it does about 43 to 45%. So I don't know if you're going to be cognizant of that at the time when you get hit for the combo, So.
Well, we'll see. There's a lot of familiarity here, of course.
And perfect parry, got the touch and medium kick on that perfect parry there. Did Killzyou using the onesie Juri. Love his costume.
Yeah, I do too. Cool to see the new costumes in here.
Of course.
Oh, nice.
The throw there, he's going to chase him down in a minute here. Tries to go for a meaty fireball. Didn't quite work out. And Lionheart, a couple of issues I've seen him have is sometimes he has execution errors with his dive kicks, which can be to no avail, but that one was nice and on point there into the spiral out here. And he should be able to get around, but he has the audacity to reset him and preserve as much super gauge as possible here.
Wasn't an overhead, but it was a mid-combo reset.
And this is it. Resets on here are one of the biggest things in Street Fighter 6 right now. They're catching everybody off guard, no matter how you look at it. Courtesy of the system.
Out of there. Oh, that was cool. Probably wanted DP, but that worked anyway.
Hooligan. He got him standing up. And he's going to go into Delta Red Assault. I think
so
kills
much
you
damage.
just about alive, only because it's part of the drive stop. Yeah, just about. But guess the game, though. He's in there. Good throw tech there from Killzyou. The dive kick. And I saw that crouch fist come out before the dive kick even came out.
I am surprised that it said perfect still, yeah. But nevertheless, great start by Lionheart 1-0.
Oh, what a check on the drive rush there, Dave, with the stand light kick conversion. He gets a Hooligan into the overhead here. Lionheart has a point to prove.
Like in that recent match that they played, that Killzyou won 2 games to 1.
Yeah. And I imagine, you know, some people do accept Juri's drive rush into stand medium kick, crouching medium punch, but Lionheart's trying to make sure he stops that all cost no matter what the range is. So he's already worked on it, and that's going to be the round from a clean jump in.
Mauling him so far.
Yeah, but hey, we've seen this position before. We've seen it.
It is not over, of course.
And the forward cancel. Straight to the corner there. Getting to stock in the process. Trying to get perfect power on that stand medium. And the drive rush up close is actually working a lot better than further away for Killzyou at the moment.
He's using a lot of different tactics than he did previously. You can see the change already.
They throw a tick there again. I hope Lionheart's going to keep an eye on that. He might want to do a dive kick on Killzyou's wake up very soon.
Sepan disculpar, ya estoy aquí de vuelta. Y parece ser que Lionheart tiene la ventaja contra Killzyou, ganándole 1-0. Pero Killzyou no se lo va a perdonar. Final round del segundo set. Y Killzyou busca el empate. ¿O será que Lionheart se irá 2-0? Nice. Take the throw. Tradeo.
And that's the execution I was telling you about.
Yeah, it sucked out the bad kick.
Interruption there. And we'll go into level 3 here. We'll Killzyou. Take as much drive stop away as possible. Gain a good lead here.
It's the first time I'm seeing the super with her heading on. That's cool.
No!
Lo mata. 1-1.
It's going to continue.
It's too good.
It's going to continue. Literally, as I got back to my hotel, I said, I don't think anyone's going to be ready for this.
Oh, no. I'm really hoping that oh no, unfortunately, I'm hoping that it gets opened up enough that you can sneak in a low instead at some point. That's when you know you really got them.
Give it a couple months.
It'll happen.
I think, yeah. I can definitely see that happening down the line. For now, let's continue to get hit by the overhead. Nice punish counter throw to 20%. And this is what we're talking about here. He's aware, and he goes to gyro drive smasher here. He can go for the burnout as well.
That's the intention, or just get the kill.
And this is what was interesting, because Killzyou have to make a choice. Do I block and be put into burnout, or do I take the hit? And he decided to take the hit, and he lost. He's got to be very aware of their health gauge and their scenarios. And hooligan.
Very hooligan heavy.
But this is what I was saying to
Oh,
Ringe.
that was tricky.
Oh, nice. Air-to-air there. This is what I was saying to Ringe before. If you treat hooligan like it's got pretty much very similar options.
Lionheart en set point para irse al 2-1.
Yeah.
Oh, the shield was there.
El tradeo.
The firewall saved him from losing the round there, and he gets the cancel.
Lo mata.
Level 2. I don't think that. No, it will. Charge on the DP.
Right?
2-1 para Lionheart.
With the EX cannon spike to get the round. My word, Lionheart.
So it's 2-1. It's not enough again. We need a first to 3 here, but this is the result that Killzyou had when he beat. There's the dive.
Págate.
Yes, you're right. As you said, this is what
Perfect parry y va por el Ray Impact para matarle bastante barra drive a Lionheart, el señor Killzyou, que busca ir por el 2-2. ¿O será que Lionheart se irá para el 3-1?
Nice. Punish there on the standing fish. And this is what I was talking about. When he introduces that, it'll be a little bit different here. And like we said, Killzyou has this guy in high regard with his Cammy ability. Good block.
There it is.
Match point para Lionheart.
Takes his turn and goes to match point.
Yeah, that's what happens. People need to start standing up during drive rush cancel combos. Killzyou can't keep resorting to that option too often. Get a bit too stale at this point.
Buena Francis, bienvenido. Hay OD Spire, no, Canon Spike.
Throw tech there from Lionheart.
Estamos en la conclusión del CPT de esta región.
We know what happens when you're in the corner. Spin it out here. Nice stand roundhouse. Oh, he's got to spin the level 3. He's got to do it. No, he's not going to.
Can hunt for the kill on this next one. No cancel there. That would have hurt him out.
I think he wants to try and preserve his level 3 into the next round.
Yeah,
so
I mean, ideally, sure.
hope he doesn't live to regret that.
Ahí
Maybe
está.
another dive kick.
This has just been walking Killzyou all the way to the other side. Look at this.
Good check.
But Killzyou dashed
Lo mata.
forward before he got fully cornered. Finds it.
And he's, like I said before, just to reiterate, he's always adjusting the space as to where does the drive kick. He's doing it between light attacks and the mediums as well. And Lionheart sometimes has got to just let it go. I hate to say it, but he's got to let it go sometimes. Nice check on the spin knuckle. Throw as well.
Decís que gana el Shanks, lo dudo. Creo que lo va a ganar el Crimson. Es que el Shanks va a tener una misión casi imposible contra 7
I don't think
franceses.
he's got a reversal on defense here, has he?
No, Killzyou's not.
Bueno, 5 franceses.
Oh, this is huge.
En base
This
al número de
is
matches
huge.
que tendría.
Could be in a bad spot.
Yes.
And his only option is level 3. I don't think Lionheart's going to go for a throw, so Killzyou won't try to go for the anti-throw tech. Yeah, he's just going to firm this. He's going to firm it here. Lionheart.
Oh, dashed in! What bravery! To spend it, yes!
Right, and what this will do is it will accelerate the recovery process here for Killzyou. I think by the time we're done, I think he's going to get his gauge back.
Yeah, by the time that Lionheart is up and moving,
Yeah, he's good. He's all right.
very close. Oh, jeez,
That's
any,
gonna
to
whip
whip
punish.
anything now is so scary.
He might look for a dive kick. I think
Free
he's gonna
Dhalsim.
dive kick. Oh, there it was! And he put him out!
Lo mata 3-1.
Ooh, and there you have it. Lionheart taking that 3-1 over Killzyou for our opening match here in the top 8. I had a feeling that dive kick was coming at some point, and he utilized it incredibly well on defense.
3-1, qué
Much more than he did on
upset.
offense, David, probably, huh?
Lionheart
Very
envía
interesting
Killzyou a
play.
losers.
Again, that is the opposite result of what happened when they last played in a big tournament. You can see Lionheart has maybe done some homework.
Oh, 100%.
What a upset.
I definitely feel he would have taken
No me
that into
esperaba que
consideration.
Killzyou perdiera contra
Because I think
Lionheart.
200 last time, if it was on the stream, would have found the footage. If not, he definitely would accumulate enough jury experience. We've got plenty of juries in the European region, especially with the likes of Killzyou there as well. He would have looked at, like I said, the propensities, the tendencies that Killzyou likes to do on defense. I've sensed a little bit hesitancy sometimes from Killzyou. That's completely fine because, again, like I said, I do think what Cammy does is exponentially better than what Juri does, following the same philosophy. But yeah, he was never afraid to burn himself out, expend all resources to get the kill. I think he used all the supers there as well. And then again, I don't think,
Burnout, wow.
I don't think Killzyou did one reversal on defense.
No, I think
Primer
yeah.
clasificado a Winners
Didn't come
Winners
up, he didn't
Finals,
challenge in some situations when
Lionheart.
he
Ahora
had
viene
chance for
Crimson
offense,
contra
as you mentioned.
Kusanagi.
And in concert, it just wasn't enough for him. So down to loser side for him. Lionheart in winners finals.
Okay.
We now go to the other side of winners here at the start of top 8. We're gonna have Kusanagi and Mr. Crimson coming up next. As we mentioned before, Crimson we think is the favorite, but man, Kusanagi has had some strong results himself. So Crimson first place at UFA, 13th at the Paris Offline CPT. He got second in their World Warrior finals. He was in second overall in points. For Kusanagi, 5th at UFA, a great result as well. 13th at the Paris Offline. However, in UFA, top 16, Mr. Crimson beat Kusanagi. That said, it was 3-2.
Yes.
It was a close match, and it really could have gone either way. So although Crimson comes into this as the favorite, I do feel like this is a chance for Kusanagi to do what Lionheart just did. Not having been dunked last time, having had a close match last time, maybe he has done the homework. Maybe we'll see it here.
Well, if he did watch the set they had in the top 16 winners side, I think it was, when these guys last encountered each other at UFA, Kusanagi did have a couple of anti-Dhalsim tech there at the time. I think you will, Mr. Crimson definitely would have studied the footage. I definitely know because when he faced Mena at Paris CPT offline, Crimson as well, he got decimated there, and he definitely looked up on how to study that and mitigate the scenario there. I'll also tell you another fun fact as well. Right after we hear word from Kusanagi, I believe he does have something to say, so let's go check it out. Crimson is a real champion, and I respect him a lot for what he accomplished in his career, but now it's the moment to make a new place for the new generation. Interesting. I love that. Fighting talk there with a little bit of reverence. Gotta respect those before you. Also pave way. You can't hold the torch forever.
The huge age difference of 28 to 24.
I know, right? Crazy.
Big generational difference. Now, But I mean, sometimes that's how it happens in fighting games. Not necessarily how old you are. Some people who are in their early 20s have been around for a decade already. That's how it is. So Kusanagi, I get that. I think that that is an admirable way to approach this.
Yes, indeed. So, for those of you who don't know, Mr. Crimson is, again, very studious, very industrious person. Had a little look at what he was doing earlier this morning.
Oh, yeah.
So he was practicing with Soundboy, formidable Luke player from the UK. Shanks, another Luke player from the UK. And another French Luke player named Polga.
Okay.
So he got 3 different styles.
Okay, yeah.
Running the game plan.
Okay.
So now when I looked at Kusanagi, I just saw him playing Ken. That's all it was.
Interesting.
I don't think he'll pick Ken here.
Se
There you
viene.
go. We'll stick with the Luke.
Luke versus
Mr.
Dhalsim.
Crimson was trying to make sure that game plan was locked in,
Yuga.
it's solidified, and he
Yeah.
worked with it here. But when I noticed when Mr. Crimson was practicing, all the Luke players weren't doing what Kusanagi was doing. He has a crouch medium punch, drive wash with punish against the limbs into a sweep or something like that. You ought to keep an eye out for Kusanagi's round starts as well. He was pretty aggressive with the round starts the last time these guys played at UFA as well. So we'll see how things work out here.
A little slower at the start, but here's finally drive rush into approach. Got him in the sand. Oh, man,
wow,
dude.
what a jump.
The jump fierce from up high always cracks me up.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's
He's got nice forearms up there, I'll tell you.
Rush into the drive, reversal there. Good way to mitigate
13
pressure.
looks.
Nice trade there. Works in Mr. Crimson's favour. There we go. Now, this matchup was actually pretty annoying for Luke in SF5, to be honest with you. Only the approach part, though. But
Vaya.
once Luke got in, it was a different story.
Oh,
And
not gonna be good.
No sirve.
Don't worry, he's
Your
already
own
No
reactions
tenía
can
vida
be
round para
dangerous.
Crimson.
Maybe super something impossible, but you know. Stuff.
People can train themselves to do that, though. Again, the brain power allocated to that part of the game.
Right. Very good.
There we go. Already.
Vaya, level 3.
He built level 3 on that up blast.
The meter building in this game is pretty insane. Merciless Yoga's going to do his work. He can set up Yoga Arch here if he wants to. He's going to go for the meaty roundhouse instead. Looking for the burnout here against Kusanagi.
Charging up. Oh!
Muerto.
Wow, alright. Great
Qué
awareness
buena.
by Crimson.
1-0 para
Pretty strong game one.
Crimson.
Yes,
Dhalsim
already
works.
stamping his mark and letting you know he's come here to qualify. And there's the roundhouse start. You see it there. He tried a drive rush start then. It didn't quite work out. The roundhouse already beat him. So they're already having a mind game round start like it's an anime fighter. There you go. Already on the back foot here. Looking highly detrimental to Kusanagi at the moment.
Crimson's doing a great job of not being too busy.
Nope.
As a sim player,
Se viene el
I just wanna
perfect.
confirm
Qué
his destiny.
buena. Perfect.
Yeah, so now
No,
his only option.
perfect
He didn't
denial.
want to deal with that or hold parry to deal
Take
with
the
that either.
throw.
He gets a throw in there.
Side
Kusanagi's
blast,
going to have
side
to go on the
blast.
aggressive and probably start stealing some frames.
Oh, here it is. Yeah.
Qué buena.
All
El
right.
overhead. No.
That's unfortunate for him. Crimson
Bien uso del
result.
reversal.
Gets stage again. Only needs a couple of hits.
And I like the way he's using Yoga Float from as well. Just in case
Nope.
Sandblaster comes out.
Dead.
The chip damage there, but the back medium punch anti-air. And we start moving closer and closer to the losers bracket here for Kusanagi, unless he makes some major adjustments at this point, David.
Crimson does such a great job of keeping his eye on anti-air,
Inferno.
even as he's actively controlling the ground. Those two things, as a sim player, not overcommitting on one, not overcommitting on the other, really difficult to do.
Oh, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. He plays off anticipation, but capitalizes off frustration. He's been doing that for longer than I've been alive. So
Old man Crimson, 28 years
that's,
old.
that's the whip punish I was talking about there against the limb with the crouching medium punch. A bit expensive.
Yeah,
He's got something going there.
Oh, yeah.
Kusanagi. We're back to the neutral now. Lovely
Back
back throw
throw.
there from Crimson. If you make the wrong mistake, he is converting into Yoga Sunburst. I don't think he could jump in Kusanagi either, but he might be looking for it.
He'd love to, but you can tell Crimson's keeping his eye on that still.
Yeah,
Every time he's walking back and forth without doing something, he's looking around.
Floats again, just in case of the Sandblaster. Or maybe an arbitrary drive rush in. There's the jump.
Drive gauge in trouble for Kusanagi. Crimson going in maybe to try to seal it.
Got level 3 here.
There it is.
He might have to do a Hail Mary level 3. He literally might have to do
He's
a Hail
pumping
Mary
it.
level 3.
He was. There it is.
Up. And now, Drive Impact becomes a very good tool for Mr. Crimson. If he wants to throw it out there, he can.
He's not taking
And
any.
that's not good.
No.
Oh,
it
shit.
was enough.
You know what?
Wow.
My mistake.
10+%
Yeah.
on chips. There
They
it
do
is.
like level 3s do like 1,000 chips. So I keep forgetting he can do that, yeah.
That was sick.
Oh, and he's already in there with the drive rush approach. Yeah, he's not happy about the last 2 games here. So Kusanagi trying to come back. They protect.
Make it count. Yes.
Now let's protect there from
Defense.
Crimson. Well, he might do the drill kick
3 more.
next time. Let's see. Oh, wow.
Just patience. Oh, man, you really want to challenge him up there. It just doesn't feel right that he can do that from the sky. Nevertheless, Crimson approaching, maintaining.
Shimmy there didn't quite work out. That is blocked, but that's a 9-frame move, I think. That stab medium punch. I have to double check that. That did not punish the drive reversal on block.
Hey.
Bueno, 4.
There. Can you build the level 2 inside? He will, but he's not close enough to get the conversion here. But this will be just fine. And it gets him.
Finalmente
his
despertó
first round on the
Kusanagi.
board.
Good solution.
Yes.
Ah.
Do you know what? He
hoping
mixed
to
up
see
the
a
round
button.
start. Yeah. EX tackle, drive rush in. He'll slow it down, try to whip punish later. Here comes the level 2.
Tácate, se comió el level 2.
So pay attention to round start.
Back throw.
He's paid attention to how all those round starts go with Crimson.
This gray man hoping to chase down Dhalsim. No.
Oh, he's malnourished in the corner here, not looking too good. The stun's going to come very shortly from the back medium punch, probably. No.
Muerto.
Raw DI should do the trick, and that will put Mr.
Match
Crimson
point
at that
and
point
match
here.
point.
He's looking to dominate this one, David.
As we mentioned, the favorite coming in.
Try rush suppressor.
Bien, throw
He's
break.
trying everything. He's throwing everything.
He really feels that way.
Bien, punch counter.
Crimson has been ready.
And that's it, man. Have to be mentally aware at all 99 seconds of the match. Like you said with Dhalsim, it's not an easy thing to do.
There's a lot of options as Dhalsim, and keeping your eye on not overcommitting on any of them, not easy. Great jump timing.
You know, you spending? I think he should spend. And he didn't spend the level 3.
Just hoping to get corner control.
Right.
Not for long. Oh, a chance maybe? Yes.
Yeah. Here it is! He got him! And that will be just the regular version of the Pale Rider here. His only option is level 2 on Wake Up, unless Kusanagi tries to go for a throw. But I doubt that. We're going to play it safe with the chip scenario. He will.
Bien,
Sandblast
desempate.
was the most strategical and safest thing to do there. Because if you stick out a limb, projectiles actually annoy the limbs pretty damn well. And then again, you jump slow. You just got to do Death by Slap with
Power
Capcom.
to win UK Ireland.
Slow there.
Again, it was 3-2 when they played in UFA Top 16.
Bien, antiaéreo. Buena.
Kusanagi trying to get at least back to that. He needs to take another game here.
Dos.
Okay.
¿Podrá ser que Kusanagi lo empate al 2-2?
Yeah.
¿O Crimson se lo llevará a
Kusanagi
3-1?
hasn't done much to adjust the game plan from what I saw at UFA. He's just being a little bit more stubborn, and again, just slowing things down in certain areas as well. But he's following the same philosophy they did when they encountered a couple of weeks ago.
Bien.
Oh,
Nah.
Learned himself out
Y
here.
encima se puso en burnout. It's
Oh, man,
over.
you take the hit, yes, and trade.
No.
No.
No sirve. Level 1 no pierde contra proyectiles. Muerto.
Right.
Dead.
Match point yet again here for Mr. Crimson. It was good knowledge by Kusanagi to get out of the corner trap from Sim, but still stuck in a bad spot.
You'd be surprised what people actually have to do to get out of some of Dhalsim's corner pressure.
You got it. You got to take the hit and trade.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about at the start.
Buen
Trying to get the
castigo.
suppressor here, gets thrown for his troubles there, unfortunately. Still trying to run away here. Perilous scenario here for Kusanagi, and I'm telling you, his corner game after throws is kind of good, Dhalsim. Oh, this is not looking too good here for Kusanagi because Mr. Crimson can set up shop while he replenishes that drive gauge, and it's all to play for here for Kusanagi.
A chance. Yes, drive.
Oh, yeah! Ooh! Can he
Got
burn
a
him out?
big
He has to burn him
opportunity.
out? He's gonna. Oh, dude, should try to burn him out.
Not yet. Not there. Here's the burn. Got him right away. Kusanagi
Spend
has it.
Yeah,
Surely
he's
he will
gonna spend it.
spend.
He's got to do level 2 as well. He has to do level 2. Yes, and the eraser will take us to a final round in this game for David.
Wow, what a recovery. It really seemed like
Baseball,
he was on the
baby.
ropes, but Kusanagi
Sigue vivo Kusanagi. Quiere irse al 2-2. Pero el Crimson parece ser que tal vez le cancele eso. Tiger uppercut.
Let's find out. Yeah, well, there you go. There you go, Mr. Crimson.
Tiger uppercut.
Starting to take a little bit more now, trying to backdash. He got him. And that was a hard read. That was a hard read. I think I heard the production team in the back.
not something that we've seen him do before either. Not in this set
Beast
anyway.
mode, baby. Oh my word. If Crimson's not going to wake up with level 2, I think he's lost this round.
No lo mata. Da un toque.
Well, brave,
But 2-2 empate.
What a round that was for him afterward. Man, an amazing recovery of the
CPT,
round right
no
before.
de
So 2-2.
And this is the interesting thing. No matter what set it is, Dhalsim's game plan stays the same from start to finish. But what you do is every defensive
Baseball,
decision you make
baby.
is much more scary and much more heavyweight. So
Pa, Crimson no se esperó esto, esta remontada que están pegando.
There were some good jumps from Kusanagi at the start of this. He didn't get damage out of it, but if you get a mix,
Perfect parry y no castigó nada.
Here it is.
Otra vez.
He's in there. Throw. Rushing again to close the gap there, and he tried to get a throw tech. Good
Bien,
job,
trae
there.
reversal.
He's gonna have to actually abuse that a bit more, and another jump there. Big damage coming through, and he will spend the level 1. Interesting. I didn't think he'd use that there. Throw.
Crimson, what's the choice? Defensively,
He's burnt out. And
he'd love to burn. Yeah, there it is.
he can sandblast it. Yeah, he can just sandblast and chill. Nice anti-air. He's under there.
But Walker is there.
Trying to run it?
Oh no! That's not a fireball. That was actually supposed to be a fireball.
Qué
I
whiff.
still think he can resort to level 1. He's not gonna do it. No.
It's too close.
No sirve.
And he's
Is dead.
what a turnaround.
Match
Dude, I
point
can't
para
believe the comeback we just saw
Crimson.
to again be at match point. The 3rd match point.
My guy caught life in that scenario. That was all
Crimson
Kusanagi's
pelota
doing
remor.
in pole position, but this is another match point, as David said. Kusanagi's gonna slow down before he really turns up the gears.
Here on the Parisian stage. Real life Paris in the background.
And the music is actually very fitting for this scenario right now.
Pa, el que pierda de ellos será el que se enfrentará el ganador de Linkexelo versus Shanks. El que gane de ellos.
Oh, not quite. And that's it. That's going to be the game.
Dead.
That's it. And he actually does something that a lot of people fall for against
Crimson
Dhalsim. He
envía a
reduces
Kusanagi
certain
a
things,
losers.
he overflames, and then he
3
buffer crouch
a
force
2.
into the drive rush cancel. People try to dash, they try to
Así
take
que
their turn
Crimson
back, and
versus
I see
Lionheart
each and every
en
time.
Winners
F-Jam,
Finals.
Garnet, Crimson, you name it, they do it. And what an exhilarating set there. 3-2 to Mr. Crimson. That was much more tense than I watched them at UFA, I've got to say.
Well, it's the same result in terms of games, 3-2, but
Incoming.
geez, you really gotta
Free
think back
Dhalsims.
to that moment where Kusanagi got a Dragon Punch and almost surely just won the
Oof.
fight. That was a huge turnaround in this match right here. It seemed like he had so much momentum. Great start by Crimson as we're taking a look back at the replay here. He was fully in control throughout the first couple games. I don't recall
That
Kusanagi getting
ese
around in
drop
those
con
first
el
couple
DP
games.
le costó
But that's the
carísimo
interesting part, right? Because again,
a Kusanagi.
I don't think he really
Y le costó
deviated
todo el
away
mental.
from plan A, right? Okay, I jumped a couple of times. They got anti-air. My round
Shaka.
tactics that I'm known for doing in this matchup didn't quite work out. But as the set progressed and we elongated the duration of it, things started to work. He felt, okay, I found the timing now. And what I like about Mr. Crimson's gameplay is he always tries to think on a very similar wavelength to you. Think about the 2 times that Kusanagi tried to throw him tech. He's like, okay, the 3rd time, you're going to think I'm gonna try and tech again, but no, I jump with you. And that can be very frustrating when fighting Mr. Crimson as a player. And there you go, they slowed it down.
No, it was just a fireball.
Because you know all he had to do there was a jab, sandblaster, and then level 1. And that would have done it.
Yeah.
But again, because of the overlap you sometimes have with the DP and the fireball, damn, sometimes the game just says
that is
no.
tough. Tough result right there for Kusanagi. He's going to have to do it from loser side if it's going to happen at all.
So my partial prediction. Actually, my
Shanks versus Linkexelo se viene. Y después RMK Fast versus
The winners
Akainu.
final will indeed be Lionheart going up against Mr. Crimson. Cammy going up against Dhalsim.
Shanks tendrá que lidiar con 2 looks. Pa.
Eyes in the lockout. It's slow for Mr. Crimson there. I've got to say, great start to today's topic.
For sure. 3-2, 3-1. Hard
Bah,
to get much better
Poor
than that.
Shanks.
Indeed, of course. So, hopefully you guys have been enjoying the action here as well. But hey, I know when you're watching this action, it drains a lot of energy.
Shanks
You
have to
need
deal
energy,
with the
you're
2
hungry.
looks.
And what you guys need to do here as well is we need to thank one of our partners, Chipotle.
With the 2 looks.
See you with my favorite pronunciation. He's looking at me in the corner of my eyes. Kana Sana. There you go. That's right. I might butcher it again. I don't like it. David put me under pressure here. But yes, this is what you have for limited time only. You can download.
Ok, se viene el corte de 5 minutos.
And then you can get the Kana Sana back on the grill.
Bah,
for
pobre Crimson. No,
Appreciate
pobre
Chipotle for partnering
Pobre
with
Shanks
us.
tiene que lidiar ahora con 2 looks. Si le gana Linkexelo, tiene que lidiar luego con Kusanagi.
Thank you.
You've been working on it.
A good night's sleep does a lot, you know?
Sure, was I teeing up myself to do the CTA and then realized, actually, I want to hear what you're going to pronounce it as, and then left a very intentionally awkward pause so that you would fill it? Yes. Was it all strategically done? Yes. But you know what? You nailed it. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
comparatively anyway. All right, we're gonna take a short break. We'll be back
Ok,
with more
corte de
of the
5
CPT
minutos.
after this.
Nos vemos en unos momentos.
Chipotle's carne asada is
¡Carne asada!
It's our most tender cuts of steak, grilled and seasoned with cumin, oregano, and coriander.
Oh.
Finished with fresh lime and hand-chopped cilantro. Carne asada. This is our best steak ever.
Showtime, baby. I dare all of you. Ahí está. Uf. Bueno. Ah, lo de la Street Fighter League.
We got more Street Fighter League. I know you can smell the tension in the air. Ooh, punish guy.
Season after season, it's only gotten better.
Big Bird in trouble. Nobody saw this happening. I dare you to find me better Street Fighter.
Esta es la Street Fighter League USA.
Unprecedented and unpredictable. It only gets better. This ain't different for CCH. I don't know who this young man is.
My man looks so happy.
Bird's momentum, his speed in general, is so hard. Taking it down defensively against the biggest threat we've seen thus far.
This is the hardest season of Street Fighter League ever. History in the making. This is our moment. This is our time. This kid is ridiculous. This kid is ridiculous.
He gives a kiss to the audience. I love that.
DCQ. Boom, merci, creo que se viene entrevista. ¿Quién va a ser el entrevistado? ¿Va a ser Crimson? ¿O va a ser Valmaster? ¿O va a ser un resumen de alguno de los World Warriors? Veamos.
We have a very special treat here. Not only are we talking to the players, we also have to make sure we talk to the people who actually make this stuff
De reversa al
behind the
GG.
scenes. Men's like Abu, you are a world warrior for France. You do so much behind the scenes,
Abu.
bro, with reversal. You know, of course, obviously, your UFA, that's I would say like the biggest, that tournament is so crazy, yeah. So, how did you even get into TOing, bro? How long have you been doing it?
Wow. And be 16 years old? 16.
Since you were 16.
Yeah.
When it comes
El
to, I want to ask
Pongo.
you about UFA, man. Like, you've seen it grow to what it is now. Now it's the biggest major in Europe and everything, bro. Like, yeah, what is that like for you? How does that feel? How rewarding is that?
For us, because I'm the player, I mean, since I'm the big in the,
Lo de Ending
in the
Walker.
community, I want to be the best for the player because I know what the player need to have a good tournament.
Balmaster.
Like Evo is here since 20 years. Reference here since maybe 5 years, and I want to make the best for the player because I know I'm the community. I want to be the best.
Okay, and that's actually a great point, because you know there's all kind of little details where we go to some tournaments, they don't got no sound. You can't even tell which number Balrog's hat was and all that. Oh my God, I was the word. Okay, and last thing I want to ask you, bro, as far as France, what's it been like, you know, as far as this big, like, I don't know, I guess I'll say resurgence or push that y'all have had. What's it been
That's
like for you
me.
just seeing, you know, what's the vibe in France right now?
The vibe for 6 is crazy. Just look the leaderboard of 6. Every time in top 10 we have one French, so it's crazy. In France, I think 6 will be crazy because the most of people in France love 6. So I'm really excited to see what's happening for the big tournament in France, because of course we will have maybe every year the record of the participant for each year, because 6 is crazy and the player loves the game. So I'm really curious what's happening.
You
for
can
Season
wait.
6 with,
I
French people.
can.
Man's like a bull, and we are about to get right back at you with more CPT action. Much love, Abu.
Ok, aquí vamos.
Hey everybody, welcome
Continuamos,
back
vamos con
to
el loser
CPT.
side.
We're looking at France, Spain, and Portugal. We've just had winner's side round 1 of top 8. We're headed down now to the loser side. Ultra David, here with Jammers.
Yes, indeed. I want to give a couple of shout-outs. First of all, CPT music has changed. As you can hear right now, the theme song is playing right now as background music. I want to give a shout-outs to the guys that put it together. It was arranged and composed by Yoshi Teriyama, a member of the Cat Jams, while featuring the talented artists, as you can see. Oh, right down there. It's perfect, right down there. You know, J-Star, Rocco808, and Randy Mark. So again, enjoy the Capcom Pro Tour theme. And hey, it'll be playing throughout all the CPTs ahead of the previous ones, and you'll hear it in the ones to come through as well. Another shout out as well, I've got to give. Congratulations to Street Fighter 6 and the Capcom development team. Fighting Game of the Year. Like, come on. I think we're all going to bring out our pitchforks and throw some hands if we didn't get Fighting Game of the Year. But yeah, Street Fighter 6, well deserved. Absolutely amazing. First year in terms of product. And then, of course, look forward to the finals as well. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, at least because I'm from the UK, I'm in the US right now.
Like
Street
Fudo.
Fighter 6 is on a discount at the moment, so you should be able to get
34% discount.
So if you're looking to get into the game or learn it, hey, buy it now. Maybe buy it for a friend, gift it for them. Who knows? Should be on discount. So yeah, get into the matches.
We will. We're going to go take a look at the bracket, show you what we have coming up next. Going down to the loser's side, Shanks versus Linkexelo. Shanks is the lone Spanish player who has made this top 8, the lone player from anywhere other than France. And he's done it after having been sent down to loser's side by Yamcha, but he beat Maldominant, Alphen, and Yoxero on the way through in loser's side. For Linkexelo, he lost at Killzyou, but has beaten RMK Fast and Samuel on his way into this top 8. He got 17th at UFA, he got 65th at the Paris CPT, Shanks got 13th at UFA, and in doing so, beat Linkexelo. 3 games to 2 in top 96.
Dude, there were tons of 3-2s at UFA.
Aquí vamos. The last Spain player contra un look francés.
He featured in all top 8s in the World rankings for Spain and Portugal, and obviously featured in the regional finals as well. Nice and open-minded philosophy to the game as well, despite naming Cammy. Again, it'll be very interesting. Like I said, I've seen him use JP, I've seen him use Guile, but tried and true main is Cammy at the moment. I imagine he's going to bring out Cammy here as well. But I believe we do have word from Linkexelo in terms of quote. Let's put that on screen right now. What has he got for us, David?
He says, we played one of the hypest matches at UFA, but I lost 3 games to 2. I'm here to take my revenge. And Shanks says, hope we have a good match like we had at UFA. So both of them referencing the match. It was hype. It was exciting. You see the result. Linkexelo is going to hope that it goes differently this time.
Rematch from UFA.
That's what it is. Pay respect to your opponent. No matter how annoyed you may be at their character or whatnot, but again, a great sportsmanship.
Yeah.
And like they're on a similar wavelength as you alluded to. It's like, okay, cool. We had a good match. Let's see if we can replicate that. Linkexelo's looking to change the scoreline here. Shanks is looking to get decent results in terms of head-to-head and just keep maintaining that pressure as well. And I did say this before. I said Shanks, when I've watched him play against Luke, I think he does like pretty good against them. And Luke players are actually in his losers path right now because if he wins this, he'll go up against Kusanagi, which is a tier up. But hey, Linkexelo has other ideas. Let's find out what he's done to study this matchup.
Aquí vamos, Cammy versus Luke. Take the throw.
Yeah, quite a passive approach there. Okay.
Qué buena. Perfect. Perfect.
That was literally right in his face. You saw the green just scratch medium punch. And that's
moving, dashing. Yeah, very, very active now.
Váyalo.
Oh, okay. Nice delayed jab there. A lot of the guys should be doing delayed jab with defense now.
Qué buena.
Get you nowhere.
Perfect.
It's decent damage. A nice 35% there from Linkexelo, taking it off board. Oh, he held it.
Punish counter.
Stun's coming very shortly. If he needs it, or he might just threaten the stun. If he knocks him down again.
Lo mata.
Oh, he could kill.
Le hizo el hooligan overhead. Madre mía, el hooligan overhead le hizo. Bien, buen escape. Get off of me, bro. No, take the throw. Take the throw.
Spin knuckles coming very soon.
Take the throw.
Spin knuckle might be coming very soon. Let's find out. No, he's gonna wall
Muerto.
instead, and that should be game
Dead.
1 here.
He's dead.
For Shanks.
1-0 para Shanks.
That's what's interesting, right? Just the layers she has in the corner. Get the throw.
Madre mía, el Shanks.
A quick dive kick, spin knuckle behind him. Heck, I didn't even talk about the DI, and he threw in the DI anyway. Nice decent distance as well, so because there's like 8 different things to consider, you will get hit by one of them.
No, dropió ahí el combo. Esta vez no. Váyalo. Get off of me, bro.
Into the meaty, good blocks there from
Bien, parry. Parry.
He's backing away here as well. I like it. He's not being too, active with the buttons in the neutral execution area there with the tackle.
Yeah, sure.
And because he's not being active
Gun
with the
spike.
neutral, it's going to be hard.
Otra vez, get off of me, bro.
He has to kind of be more aggressive with the drive retreats.
BB, bien. Take the throw.
Some offensive opportunities as a result, baited, but he's not really in a position to be able to punish.
Okay. Trying to bait something with the heavy flash knuckle, but Shanks got out of there anyway.
Al menos no recibió el castigo.
Got away unpunished.
Otra vez.
Mix-ups have been super effective.
Buena.
Burnout though.
Get him right.
He didn't want to DR over either.
Oh no, burnout.
Bien. There had been so few active fireball
cerca.
buttons from Linkexelo. That's when he brought it out. Unfortunately for him, that's when Shanks happened to jump.
Nice got to be good. Oh, there you go. Nice check again with the crouching meaty punch. He's going to flash knuckle his way straight to the corner. And he will just go for a
la pared.
drive impact. Doing some decent damage here for Linkexelo.
Hey,
Perfect,
okay.
no, dropió el combo.
Full punish there with the crouching fist.
Bit too far away. No DP this time.
Lo mata.
So Linkexelo really turns it on.
No, no lo mata.
Here as well.
OD cannon spike.
Nice pickup.
Okay, and that should lead to a burnout.
Lo deja en burnout. Le va a servir bastante a Shanks. Tácate.
Just a sliver, but anything will do it.
That's why
he didn't want to take the hit. He didn't want to take the block.
Cannon spike.
There with the DP here.
Take it up
He can't jump again. Shanks cannot jump again. And he did, and Linkexelo jumped away this time from the
Thank you,
dive
bro.
kick. He can nick this round here.
No. 2-0 para Shanks.
Maybe having set up chip.
2-0 para el señor
We're
Shanks.
actually not going to know if that was a chip or a hit.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
not going to know. So, I don't think EX Cannon Strike does that much chip damage.
I wouldn't have said that alone was enough.
Bueno,
My expectation is that he was going to try to set that up into chip.
character select.
All right, so 2-0 here to Shanks at the moment. Like I said,
Papa
I think
secondary.
just from past experiences watching him,
Oro, full look.
I think he does formidably well.
Oh, he's clearly doing well. Again, it was 3-2
Yes.
when they played before.
And 3-2s were definitely the tail of the tape in our SFL EU matches.
Yeah.
Thus far, because again, we'd have one guy in the anchor match go 2-0 up and then like you just squander it.
No,
3-2
sigue.
and then lose 20.
Mismo escenario.
But he's going back into it, just needed a moment to recollect his
¿Podrá
thoughts.
ser que Linkexelo le haga el reversa al 3-0 o Shanks se lo llevará 3-0?
They started out this round a little bit more active. Backed off
Vaya
after
la
that.
voz.
Here's Shanks.
Okay.
Vaya
A
la
huge
voz.
conversion.
Hey.
And you know
Qué
what?
buena.
He does spin knuckle at not the time other
Oh,
people do,
lo
because
que
he
le
can
está
get the corner back with the
haciendo.
target combo side switch anyway, so
Perfect.
it shows there's never a bad time to do
No,
it.
no, perfect, pero match point para
All right.
Shanks.
Match
Madre
point
mía.
very quickly from Shanks.
He had 24 hours
Pa.
to figure out how he wanted to go about doing this matchup against Linkexelo. He studied. Big damage coming through here for Shanks. Blocks it out here. Still
Right
no
back into the
cross
corner though.
But damn, these
Pa,
fights are very
the reward for
anti-analytical
Shanks
scenarios here, but sometimes it's actually for the better.
is another look.
Linkexelo knows that if he takes the wrong hit right now, that's already it.
He's got 2 bars.
2.5 bars there.
He'll build the level 3
Yeah, exactly,
time.
yeah.
Buena,
That's
lo
it.
mata.
I think
Lo
that's
mata, lo
gonna be
mata.
it too.
It's over.
Oh no, level 2 should do it. I think you're gonna have it.
Dead.
Killer Bee Sting closing it out in a dominating fashion, and another
3-0,
perfect kill
madre
in this top 8
mía.
round 1. 3-0 to Shanks, the lone Spaniard, who's further into the bracket for today.
Only 3-0 that we've had so far. Yeah,
Madre mía con el
Powerful
Shanks.
match from Shanks. You could just really tell that he had a lot of control in many situations. His offense was great. His understanding of the neutral was great. It did feel to me like at times Linkexelo was backing off a little bit. Maybe not literally walking backwards, but just not super active in some situations that allowed Shanks to
Madre
get
mía.
going. But still, when Shanks did get going, his own offense was killer.
It kind of piles on you, right? Because when you start to do things in trepidation, because I think it was from that very first interaction I noticed when Shanks jumped and he just did a nice delayed jump fierce.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, you didn't anti-air here, so what else are you not going to react to, right? It was kind of like stuck between a rock and a hard place, dealing with the dive kicks. He fell for the quick spin knuckle. Don't blame him because anybody
course,
falls
yeah,
for that. You know, he got hit by a DI from the throw loop in the corner as
Madre
well.
mía.
And again, Shanks has had very good conversions and then just closed it out in a clinical fashion. So I think he just picked up.
Así que Kusanagi contra Shanks. Bueno, another look.
Look, they both knew they had a brilliant set at UFA, but somebody had plans said that that's not happening again. And that was Shanks there. Emerging 3-0.
Ahora viene RBK Falls contra Akainu.
Yeah.
Bueno,
We'll get to that one later. First, we're going to go down to the last of round 1 losers. side.
Guile
RK
versus
Fast
Blanka.
versus Akainu. Again, it's a match where
Guile
there's
versus
a lot of
Blanka.
history, lots of recent results. Akainu got 9th at UFA. He got 25th at the Paris CPT. He got 5th in the World Warrior Finals. RMK Fast 17th at UFA. But when they played at UFA in top 96, it was Akainu who came out on top. 3 games to 1.
Interesting. Now, for me, Akainu's hot and cold right now. Sometimes I was actually talking to Rob TV about this. Like, Akainu's hot and cold. Some days, like, he'll have a phenomenal run.
Okay.
It's like, okay, Akainu can actually take this. And other days, it's like, okay, maybe you're not like mentally feeling it. You're not motivated to play. And other times, it's like, okay, it could be bracket luck because again, there were a couple of Guile players in the early days that they were mentally guard broken by the JP matchup, so that kind of just demoralizes you from start to finish. But there's no JP in this bracket, so I think he's got a very solid run here. And this matchup, this is one of the ones I was actually really looking forward to, just because of Blanka and Guile. There's a very good reference point if you haven't seen this matchup before. Let's go look at Mena versus Knuckle Dude, Old Warrior.
Knuckle Dude versus Menar.
It's a very good reference point. I have to look this up. I was looking
French
at this
version.
via Rain Pro and Real Menace back in the UK for one of the ICFCs, I believe, as well. Very interesting because you have
Blanka, Ricardo
having various
Blanka.
tools against Guy's toolset, but sometimes Guy can be as stubborn as ever, make sure he can lose a mind.
Well, RMK Fast has his own thoughts on the matchup.
no Laura.
His quote. He says,
A ver qué dice.
that's a really hard matchup for Blanka. Let's do some random rolls and see what happens. See, I'm sure there's a little bit more to it than that. That is his take on the
Ricardo
match.
Blanka.
Gonna be tough in his mind. He's lost to Linkexelo. Since then, he beat Junior Leo, TKR, and Kongster. Akainu lost to Beslam and then actually beat Beslam to move forward into the top 16, then beat Swalio and Yamcha after that. So a couple of guys who have had tough paths as they've made their way.
And look, as you go deeper into a bracket, it only gets harder.
It's just going to get tougher. It's a
That's
tough
it.
one, of course. Yeah, that's how it works.
So, as they do get loaded up for this matchup here, one of the particulars I find very interesting is the risk reward Blanka needs to take around Sonic Booms. So two typical ways is jumping over them, and he slides under them. Funnily enough, jumping is actually the less risky option, because if he does flash kick you, he does less damage than if he does
Aquí vamos.
a
Blanka
monster
versus
slide,
Guile.
punish counter sweep into Gal
block
high
her
kick.
with,
It's crazy. He can also do rainbow rolls, try and bait a flash kick anti if he's on
There's
point.
still testing stuff here.
Yeah, I mean, look, there is a couple of things. I think Akainu does have to be careful or cognizant of his upside down kick usage
Bottom check.
when RMK passes level 1, because level 1 is a free punish, free 20% taken away there. That's if you want to basically remove the lightning beast factor. Alright, I'll make you spend 1 bar here so you don't have level 2. Alright. Listen, it's an all...
No, that's a thing. That has happened for sure, yeah.
I'd also say as well, Mena did this incredibly well. He was using forward hard punch a lot in the range of Sonic because you can get a trade conversion as well. But then again, if that's blocked, if that's charging, Hurricane punishes that. So there's a lot of those small interactions. Cost a little bit of meter, but not as much as say when you want full conversion to level 3. So I think the resource management, as we like to typically call it, it will play a big part in those very nuanced situations.
Well, for Fast, that normal has been factoring in big. I think it was the match against Kongster where he had it like really effective, super helpful for him in neutral. You know, that was the same match where he did round start slide. Like, he was definitely bringing out tools that are in concert, in combination, tough to deal with. Any individual one, of course, there's solutions. We'll see how it goes.
Already playing it patient and tried to jump at round start here. I think he kind of tried to hold up. That's why he got hit by the back medium kick. You can already see it. Just a little bit closer, but the hitbox on that forward fierce from Blanka is absurd, and that was only -4 on that drive rush upside down kick. Okay, he's trying, and he knows as well. And the fact that he can go into the carrot crouch and lift on the safe jump, or set up the jump as well. He says it's tough, but if you keep mixing in the variants and keeping Akainu on his toes, it's going to be easy for him.
A lot of implied threat from kind of, okay, instead of zoning, it's more offense. Will he go in? No! And what timing on the jump to get the side switch? Get fast. Oh, that's fine. Still has corner.
He's been
juggle it, yes.
This is looking
Set
good
up the
here.
boy. The boy's here. Oh, okay, all right. Nice.
Cool, lucky. He had to make sure that got the round, because if he didn't, he was going to wake up level 1 and make sure the plushie maybe safe. But again, fine start here for Akainu. Sonic Hurricane descending to the screen.
Primer round para Akainu. Akainu.
Punish the crouch immediate kick, gets the conversion into flash kick though, that's good.
Yeah, Akainu's feeling comfortable. Really? Jump light? Okay. That was interesting, yeah.
Okay, gonna take it straight to the corner though. I love the variants they do to send straight to the corner with the rolling cannon.
It's hard to keep track of as the person who's getting hit. Nice work.
He could have got a much bigger punish there, got the round there, Akainu, but he played it safe. He can punish that as well. I think Sonic Hurricane should be able to catch that. Maybe he's trying to risk it here at the moment, especially with that healthy life lead he's got.
He just waited. It was the kind of gameplay where he was just looking for an overcommitment.
Yeah. That's it, really. It's okay. Maybe because the cow crouch, actually, if you hold it, he tries to punish it, he can go under.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe. Not that I'm theorizing it. I should look into that later, actually.
Too far. Watch it fast.
Well, he got a punish counter around us. I thought he could have done stat fix, got a conversion, but maybe he thought that was a miscalculation in spacing as well. Yeah, see? Because when he jumps, he's only taking the flash kick damage. He's not taking a huge combo.
Yeah, I think if fast is not gonna stop moving because of that.
Yeah. Now looking extremely solid here from Akainu, looking to try and burn him out here as RMK fast, but he shouldn't burn himself out in the process.
No, way too far. Faded to the other side. Akainu doing a great job there, holding on his own parry.
And when he gets
the spacing he wants. Oh, he wants pressure actually. No! Uh-oh, it could fall apart.
Something here, puts out the plushie. Rotate there, this is actually good for RMK Fast, and now he's blocked, and then the level 1.
Here it is.
Yeah, you feel more inclined to do that when it's out there, it makes it safe, but... Dude, I'm telling you, that animation when he's
so good, come on.
He can't really do anything here. No, I think
it's a pretty bad spot.
Yeah, I think it's checkmate.
Yeah. Real tough situation right there. Do you take the chip? Do you try to jump over and have a prayer? Do you try to slide and have a prayer? Just not really too much to be done.
Well, I mean, look, Phenom once told me sometimes you've got to pick how you lose.
Yeah, right.
You just got to pick. So the head conversion there for RMK Fast. He's going to activate the Lightning Beast, and he will pop Akainu into the corner. He may put out the Blanka Chan. There it is. Ah, good jump. Hard read, but he done the jump.
Okay, perfect timing by Akainu.
Flash kick was coming there, but it didn't. You burn him out? Quite. Yeah, he's not taking any hit. He's not taking any block because he doesn't lose that drive gauge there.
Still is not. There it is, though.
And that was an excellent choice there because that built a nice 40% for the super art meter there, RMK Fast. Again, he's not making this easy for Akainu. That's what I like. Trying to get back into the range of forward fierce. Yeah, he's trying to get back into the range.
That's what he would like. Here's the catch by Akainu. Again, same idea.
You've got to be careful with those fireball traps because the fireball traps in this game are much stronger than they've ever been in any Street Fighter game. So you get more damage because of the juggle system and drive gauge or drive rush. Trying to do it here. I think he's going to have to implement the slide soon. I think he's going to have to go back to slide.
Early on the roundhouse. Looking for this to be the run. No! Level 3 there. Akainu now.
Oh boy. And he's burnt out as well.
Yeah, pretty tough. I mean, he's not in trouble quite yet.
Reset is going to have to come into play.
Yeah. Fast needs at least another hit. Maybe a couple more hits here.
Nice throw.
Oh no, el Blanka Chan.
There it is. Still coming.
Block.
Great patience. Oh, the hit, really?
Trades. Any hit will do it for Akainu.
No.
What patience by Akainu.
2-0 para Akainu. Akainu.
You can see him just wait slightly a couple of times. Akainu was too patient for that.
And that's what it is. You have the health and the vitality to just do that in general, right? And that takes a lot of discipline, by the way. It's not easy to do that. I know a lot of people would have panicked that scenario. Love the whip punish with the drive rush jam. And there you go. He's going to have to reintroduce the slides again because the jump and the forward fist hasn't been working out for him.
Akainu.
Oh,
what's wrong?
Rare. The connection on that combo there. No hands.
Flash kick. No.
And he's being extremely obstinate here, isn't he, David?
I really like the occasional forward pressure by Akainu. It just makes it even tougher to deal with when he is zoning because you don't know when he's going to move forward or jump forward all of a sudden. Here's the jump again. And fast again. With a character who has some decent anti-airs. Not doing it, but his own jump been good.
¡Verme power! Se viene el level 2. Lo mata.
Drive impact there. That took about 10 or 20 forward fierces to let Rock to go, alright, I'll DI it now. Interesting. We're looking at match point here for Akainu. He's looking to finish this off in dominating fashion here, David.
Yeah, this loser side has been pretty dominant so far. Akainu gets the distance.
Again,
hoping to see a jump, no big deal if not.
Yeah. He's got level 3 here as well. So. Getting it out here.
The question is, what does Fast do? It's really on him to try to move in.
Shooty.
Jumping too close. Yeah. We've seen the range where that can.
Shooty.
That wasn't it. Here's Akainu. Will he spend more? No, just
lo mata.
Saves that.
No, no lo mata, pero lo va a dejar en poquísima vida.
Just a recovery as much drive game as possible, and then he just plays from here.
And he is back to big control. Just outside of slide range, now he's in it.
I mean, if he jumps, he's lost. Well, okay, not from that point. Lightning Beast, he's still got a fighting chance. Can he get, if that hit, that would have changed everything.
It would have been a big difference. Just hoping, and it wasn't enough. Akainu 3 games to 0.
Unfortunate there for RMK Fast. He tried. He tried to throw everything in the kitchen.
Wash it. 3-0. Akainu.
With that 3-0 there, Akainu.
Así que nos quedan las dos Cammys, un Dhalsim
Yeah, he really just looked like he wasn't
Un look.
challenged terribly often. There were some solutions in there by Fast. His jump timings were good in some cases.
Y una Juri.
He had some strong
O sea,
mix-ups.
quedan solo
Certainly had some
en
strong
Winners
pressure. But
Crimson
in general, Akainu's patience,
Lionheart,
Akainu's looking for
en
anti-airs,
Losers
Akainu's understanding
Kusanagi,
when he could just kind of wait
Shanks,
things out. All
Killzyou
more than enough.
y
Yeah, and
Akainu.
I think that rapid switching between the different styles
Akainu.
of offense and defense.
That's just
like you said,
classically difficult. As if the zoner suddenly is on offense, it's just hard to expect it.
yeah.
And that makes his zoning even more effective because what if he suddenly comes forward again? You never know.
And this is it, right? I think they both knew the ways that Blanka wanted to approach slide, jumping, forward fierce. And to be honest with you, the one that probably had the most effectiveness was the forward fierce, but that didn't that worked the least, right? And then you saw it at one point. We saw Akainu actually, okay, I can drive impact it now. All right, he had a couple of jumping roundhouses from doing that, going for the carrot crouch and jumping there. But again, he wasn't completely deterred or mentally guard broken from the scenario.
No.
Stuck with plan A, and it worked out. So Akainu has to actually go up against his boy in Team BMS. Killzyou. So that's going to be an interesting one, isn't it?
That's the second round of losers. So we say goodbye to Linkexelo and to RMK Fast. Congrats to both of them.
Linkexelo y RMK se han ido.
Won't be enough as their opponents move on. Got a lot of matches left to play, and there are still other CPT matches left to play as well. This is not the final one of the year, nor of the CPT season. Coming up, Monday, December 11th is when registration closes for this. Next weekend is when it will happen. UK, Ireland. You looking forward to that? I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be stacked event. Very, very fun to watch.
Oh, just to give you a heads up, so because Rain Pro resides in the UK, he is allowed in there. So he's definitely been causing a ripple in the waves. ICFC,
yeah, for sure.
Salt Mine League, he could be there. Lex will also be in attendance. So we've got a strong couple of guys there. Obviously, Broski's Aki will be there. Problem X. And we've got a couple of high-tier players that can definitely disrupt the top players.
You have a strong scene out there. There's no doubt about that.
Respect to those guys there. Make sure you side up, or I'm going to be unhappy. That's me.
This is not the only one either, though, as there are other events that will go on later at the beginning of next year. January 6th is when Japan happens. Of course, recently, CPT was supposed to have taken place. Unfortunately, there were some server issues going on, and so it's been postponed. It's been postponed until January 6th. Registration's open now. That's going to be a fun one to watch if you're on the viewer side. And then, January 13th, the weekend after that, US, Canada, East. Again, registration is open. These three events are some of the three most anticipated CPTs of the year. Absolute killers in all of them.
Look forward to that indeed. But yes, it calls for another esports break. But when we come back, there'll be more action here with our final 6 players in France, Spain, and Portugal. See you in a couple of minutes.
You're really making all of this by hand.
Oh yeah, the avocados are hand mashed, the chips are hand tossed, everything is made fresh.
You make it fresh every day.
Yes, every day. The Chipotle way is they make it fresh every day.
Sounds delicious.
必殺技とかあるんですけど、実はこれしゃがみながらですよ。これ出る。これとか絶対にそのモダンじゃないと出ない。で、後ろ台形なんですよ。ただこれしゃがみながら出るんで、例えばこのコンボモダンじゃないですか。確かに。こういうのもモダンの魅力だと思うので、メキャラだからっていうのはまだもっと多分ちゃんと取れる要素があるシステムだなと思います。そう。夢が詰まってます。
Imagine being only 21 years of age and being elite in multiple high-level esports. We've seen this man play. It's crazy even calling you a man. 21 technically is a man, though. I can't even lie. I'm so old now that I don't even know if 21 is a kid at this point. But when it comes to your skills, we know that you are fully mature. France's own Killzyou. What's going on, bro? It's good seeing you, dog. So, of course, Kieran is not in Street Fighter 6 right now. That was both of our mains, of course, in Street Fighter 5. And we smoked a whole lot of people with him, especially my man's Killzyou. So now you decided to go with the Juri. What are you thinking about Juri in the game? And why not Cammy?
With Karin, there is a lot of no footsies game. And for me, with Cammy, you have to jump too much. And I don't really like the fact to jump and to take a lot of risk. So that's why I prefer to play Juri, because she has a strong crouch medium kick, like Karin. So yes, I like that kind of, girl with arrogance and stuff like
the
this.
elegance with the Enero forward and everything actually makes sense.
So that's why I start to play her, and I feel good with her.
What's your family thinking about you doing this esports stuff, man? Like, before people, when they were some older generations, when they were teenagers, their parents never seen anybody make money off fighting games or any video games or anything like that. Whereas now, like, was your parents scared that you were doing esports? Or are they supportive? Or how do they feel about it?
At the beginning, it was difficult because I was doing school and sport at the same time. So the weekend I had to travel, and the week I had to do school. So my mom don't really like the fact that I did both. But I won big tournament with big euros and dollars. So she started to say, okay, maybe it's not that bad.
So you alluded to it right there, but I want to get a little deeper into that. France, man, y'all are just ridiculous. Like you guys ours were sick, but we didn't have you at first. What can you tell me about the French FGC, man? What's it like over there?
We work a lot together, so that's why everyone is very, very good right now. So we all share the best we can. I prefer to be in a region very good, and then when we travel, we have good chance to win.
Yeah.
Then be the best in my small region.
And go somewhere and get smoked.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Killzyou, it's been amazing talking to you, bro.
Thank you.
Man's just turned 21. Just now getting to the age where he's able to drink. But as you've seen in his gameplay, he's been eating for a long damn time. Killzyou from France. And we've got more CPT action coming at you right now.
Shouts to Rob TV for conducting those interviews. And Killzyou actually is with us. Obviously, the one he did with Luffy yesterday is unfortunate because Luffy couldn't join us for the top 16. But yes, you will see Killzyou more in action here today. But yes, all of round one of today's top 8 is complete. Linkexelo and RMK Fast have vacated the tournament. And now we're down to a final 6. You've been enjoying the action so far, then?
Definitely, yeah. I didn't think that those first round loser side matches would both be 3-0s. We'll take a look at the bracket here. That was a surprise to me, especially knowing that there was a 3-2 recently between Shanks and Linkexelo. There was a 3-1 recently between Akainu and RMK Fast. But nevertheless, that's how it went. And now we move on to losers round number 2. Shanks and Kusanagi coming up to play.
Yeah, interesting. I'm going to regurgitate the same lines. I said this to David when we did our Chipotle on Rats, and I was looking at this hard last night as well. I do think Shanks's bracket path in the losers run is a pretty good opportunity for him as the lone Spaniard here. He's already conquered one Luke, but now he goes up the tiers and goes to Kusanagi, arguably the best Luke player France has to offer currently, in my opinion, as well. And if he can execute the same game plan with just slight adjustments towards the playstyle as opposed to the character, because I clearly see he's got the character matchup down. You just got to adjust to how the plays the drive system of the character. I think he's onto something here. And then the other side of that, Killzyou and Akainu, Cammy does well against those characters as well, I feel. So I think he's onto something here.
Okay. Well, we've seen deep runs in France, Spain, Portugal, CPTs from Spanish players before, not to take the whole W, but to get top 3. And well, maybe he's on the same path. We'll see how it goes. That's, of course, not what Kusanagi's looking for here. Kusanagi's helping to move forward.
Well, we will see here. Hopefully, everything is in check here. Kusanagi, he was close to going to win his final, losing in a nail-biting 3-2 set against Crimson once again. So he wants that run back. So there's a new impetus there for him. Shanks, on the other hand, he just wants to represent himself and his country.
Yeah, he's done a great job of it so far.
At the moment, right. This is much more footsie oriented, much more aggressive here from Kusanagi.
You can really tell what Kusanagi's playing. It's closer in than we saw before. Okay, well, first knockdown.
Okay, I like that these two made that decision in that first knockdown interaction.
I'm not mad about it at all. Yeah. But it is definitely clear that there's a different style of loop.
Okay, for a sec.
And again, closer in, think back to where Linkexelo was playing, was further away.
He's waiting as well. Now, yeah, Kusanagi, he can use Sandblossom, but he has to be very careful because the quick spin knuckle, the jump-ins as well with the dive kick. But he has to know when to stop using it to try and bait a spin knuckle from Shanks.
Walked all the way back.
But look, already
one
conversion put him back to mid-screen.
Yeah.
So I don't think it phased him at all, the positional advantage.
Boy, if Shanks had jumped just a few frames earlier, that would have been a huge payoff.
That was cancelled. Good block there. Not trying to escape that strike throw scenario.
Oh, here's a big chance on the whip punish.
That's the game.
Didn't even need to spend.
There you go. And he could have done a DP after that as well. But you could see the spacing. The whiff punishment's ready. And again, suppressor round start. Drop on the overhead.
Hey.
Okay.
Shanks takes advantage.
Jabbing for level 3. Interesting. He's going to spend it here. He's going to capitalize on the scenario that Kusanagi has presented him with the drive gauge. And if he does stand fierce, drive rush fierce, or not even just that.
Roundhouse alone was enough.
Speaking of, actually, it's interesting.
Okay. Understandable conversion here by Kusanagi.
Yep. Speed up that recovery process as much as possible. He's just going to have to do a micro walk gear button.
Right back to the neutral play. Gotta hold that one.
Parry. Good conversion here. Kusanagi as well. Good situational awareness on the space as well to not go for the full stuff. Throw. Take this round.
Oh,
he
absolutely.
Will. Stuff there from Kusanagi again. That looked like it was going to be completely Shanks game 1, but Kusanagi again got other plans. For that whip punish conversion is the both of them. Yeah, and he's doing that crouching medium punch. Crouching medium punches in this game across the board in general are fantastic. They will provide.
A big opportunity for Kusanagi. The read there on the bait.
Jab check.
He waited then jab.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful side swap there into the grab. What sneaky trick you're going to provide us this time round?
Miss.
Execution error, but I think that actually worked out.
Happened to be okay. Yeah.
Hooligan. There's the spin knuckle. That's the question. That's safe on block. It's away. Whoever hits next, that's it.
They both know, and hence, man, neither one wants to move. Big chance. Well, didn't quite need it, but it all worked out for Kusanagi.
Interesting. You just stand fierce into overhead, expecting it to be blocked.
Yeah.
Especially just the block stun as well. So that would probably would have thrown off his opponent a little bit more. It worked out. If we can get the names changed at the top, that'd be brilliant as well. There you go. Nice side swap. And I was talking to you about this yesterday. I do think Cammy has some of the best side switching potential in the game.
Showing it there. Hey. Oh, that was just at the right spot. And Shanks now had corner pressure, not for long.
Okay, flash knock his way back to the mid-screen. Goes for the delayed jab there. Put some pressure on the knockdown. Again, no parry, no jab check on the quick spin knuckle. Damn, these guys are really throwing out those special attacks.
Here it is. Shanks. No, again, yeah. No, another drop.
That's what he's looking for. And perfect. When they're well spaced from Shanks, because I love his dive kick spacing, the only thing you can really do is perfect parry. That's exactly what Kusanagi did.
Spent his burnout to get the opponent into burnout. Here's the challenge.
good here. Anything that Shanks is providing, like Kusanagi's got the answer. And he's actually punishing him in kind. High damage output, and that's happened again. That happened against
seen that, yeah.
Oh, man. Blocking the overhead again. Naturally, I mean, people just stand up when they see drive rush anyway. So. Gets that grab. Both guys got level 3 on deck here, and he just pressed Fierce on defense, interestingly enough.
I really like that. Yeah, what a challenge. Taking advantage. Here's the overhead.
That's exactly
level 3 right away.
That's what he wanted before, but this time it actually worked out. He's going to take off a nice 40% here. Let's see what he's going to do. Michael Walk and wait. He will wait. Oh, no, he didn't. I
was sure that he was just standing there.
Yeah.
Wow. He decided to press, and as a result, Shanks is just a hit away.
Watch out for Hooligan. Oh. I had a feeling if he wasn't going to spend the 2 bars, he was going to do something into the Hooligan grab. He could have fooled me, mate.
I really thought he was there, yeah.
All right, he's going to flash up his edge of the corner here. Shanks makes this one a piece. He's just going to disrupt everything. I top again.
Oh, what spacing! That was incredible right there by Shanks.
Okay. And a burnout here as well.
Great reads against intended carries, both blown up.
He might not need to stun him, actually. Yeah, this is going to be the game.
He's just going to be able to get the kill, yeah.
Level 2 with the
just like that, 2 really big reads against intended anti-air, anti-dive kick carries. Both of them blown up, and Shanks used that into strong offenses we've seen throughout this so far from him to get that game.
And I think it all stems from the level 3.
It really did, yeah. That was a huge turning point.
And again, a very similar scenario against Mr. Crimson. We had an execution error. This time he might have had a misjudgment. That's what was going to happen there on defense. Trying to burn him out here, though. Twin knuckle into 20%. Looking really good here for Kusanagi, but now he's burnt himself out here. If Shanks can just get in and maintain that stand fist spin knuckle pressure string, oh, he's not going to let him do it.
Nice work.
Down. Yeah, that's plus.
A little uncomfortable there.
Yep.
Understandably.
Well, he's completely revitalized now, but he actually spent half of his drive gauge trying to get that drive rush cancelled there. And the check should take the round with the crouching fierce on that conversion there for Kusanagi. Looking to go back into the lead in this first attempt.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hello.
I know one never expects that, by the way. And it's always the Luke and Ken players that do it.
Super fast. Suddenly, here he is. Half-life gone already for Shanks.
Oh, boy. Get a tap parry there, still trying to tap parry, not working out from here. Gets one throw, got level 3 on deck here. There's Kusanagi, he doesn't even need it.
Jeez, what a rather, and a perfect, okay, all right. A 20-second perfect game. Starting off like a buzzsaw. So now it's 2-1. Oh, okay, hoping to bait.
Again, but every round start he's been doing drive rush suppressor, drive rush low forward and the cancel.
Yeah.
He's mixing up the drive rush options and really keeping Shanks on his toes.
Yeah, he had set that up. Starting mix up in this round. Shanks didn't get in.
Okay, it's the conversion here to Shanks. Good delay tech there from Kusanagi. Nice mic walk back there off the throw tech from Shanks. And good block.
Ooh,
I think that's the first person I've ever seen block that.
Yeah.
Full swat.
Okay.
Punish for your troubles, mate. Okay.
Still stuck there, hoping to find the right moment to get out. Maybe that was jump. I don't know. It didn't work. Again, trying to move. Kusanagi backs off. Oh, but not far enough for Shanks.
Okay, just goes for the small conversion here. Next hit will do it for him, and he's still trying to tap parry that dive kick. Now.
Wow.
There you go. There's the round. All right. Looking good here. Is it for Shanks to try and equalize this here? But again, Kusanagi, he's had some really good answers and set up some scenarios that technically should be 50-50, but he's kind of swayed it into his favor with a pendulum swing. Trade. Grab.
Yeah, it did seem like Kusanagi was very focused on offense, so the DP right there makes a lot of sense for Shanks.
And he's mixed up between anti-airing with the uppercut and doing the perfect parry. Anti-airs as well, but I think Shanks should try to probably opt more to try and bait those perfect parry anti-airs. Well, as he dive kick, that's going to be huge damage here for Kusanagi. Completely Wow, okay, he saw it.
There you go. So all it started because he got the read that Shanks was going to do the empty dive kick, hoping to bait a parry. Instead, Kusanagi knew that that's where he would land and got the punish into corner carry, into kill. So match point for Kusanagi.
And he's done it again. He's highly cognizant of the dive kick spacing here. So Shanks needs to readjust his spacing here for Kusanagi takes up another 50% from him. He's already chased him down, already got him in the corner. The ideal scenario for a Luke player. And they're back to the mid screen, funnily enough.
Well, it seems like Kusanagi's comfortable there. Again, DP?
I think he's going to do the overhead thing again.
I'm not sure he's going to need it.
Probably not. He's in the yellow. He's in the yellow. And that was from a light. He's still alive.
Oh, we'll see.
He's still alive.
No, yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. So no resources here for Kusanagi, but Shanks can't just jump easily.
He knows. He just waits now.
Just can't jump easily because DP is still anti-air invul. But Shanks...
No.
Oh, he's thinking a little bit too far ahead. Kusanagi got it 3 games to 1.
There you have it. Kusanagi taking it 3-1 over Shanks there. So our lone Spaniard is no longer in the bracket. Well played to him throughout the weekend, honestly. And I hope to see him continue to play Street Fighter in the months and years to come, hopefully. Because, again, hopefully down the line, sticks with Cammy. Maybe another character may come along. That'll spark his interest again. But, again, one of the best players to come from Spain.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Obviously a lot of strength for him, not just in Street Fighter as we mentioned before, but it is great to see him here. That said, Kusanagi, yeah, played it great. And if you think back to it, there was even that round where if he had not pressed the button and buttoned himself into the level 3 from Shanks, maybe that was even a 3-0. So really, really nice work by him.
Yeah, and I like the way he tried to mix things up with every tool in the toolbox there with Cammy, the dive kicks from different versions to different spacing, the quick spin knuckle, which was blocked. He implemented Hooligan as well. And then again, there was at one point, I think it was in the last game, yeah, this point here, we tried to Hooligan. There's no reason for Kusanagi to stand up, actually, because of the amount of health he had to work with. He could have taken that combo. Your resources are limited anyway. You've got a speck of health left, an iota of health left. Would have made it much more sense, but again, he had to pull a rabbit out of the hat to really turn that one around. So unlucky to Shanks there, and Kusanagi prevails and moves forward to the loser semi-final, where he'll be awaiting the winner of Killzyou and Akainu.
It's an all-French affair from here on out. Killzyou and Akainu actually played at UFA. It was in top 16 when they played, and it was another 3-2 that happened in that tournament. Boy, I feel like I'm saying that a lot. That was a good tournament, man. That was sick to watch. But yeah, 3-2 when they played before, not too long ago.
Well, I mean, what UFA did is just strengthen the argument. 3 out of 5 the whole way through. It can be done, and we saw tons of adaptation, great hype matches, and it allowed that just the adaptation was like, right, okay, you're running away with 2 games. Can I make the adjustment? And the more that the players did it, I always say it just strengthens the argument. Maybe it can do it, but again, there's time constraints. And again, you have to remember the players, that's prolonging their tournament day as well.
Yeah.
So again, the mental fatigue. So I don't know. And it could be in the thing in future. Fingers crossed. Because like Abu said in the interview, I'm always thinking about the player. What's the player want? How do we accommodate the player to as best as can be?
Well, we can say that it's first to 3 here. So Cammy versus Guile is the choice.
This is what he's been working on as of recent. A counter pick to Dhalsim, I think he has said in the past. I have spoken to Hurricane and Rain Throw. This is pretty difficult for Guile as well. But when I've watched Knuckle go up against Lizaha at Paris Offline CPT, completely destroyed him. Watch Punk and Knuckle go back and forth in this matchup as well. There's arguments for and against in this matchup.
Yeah, earlier in Street Fighter 6, even would often go to Cammy versus Guile, but that's not something you see as much anymore.
The conversion that always links, by the way. Drive rush low forward into a flash kick or punish counter. You can bet your top dollar it'll always work. He's going to burn him out with the gyro drive smasher. He will. His only option is level 1 here on Wake Up, but he's not going to do it. Not yet, so Killzyou will threaten the stun.
Oh, what a jump timing! By Akainu.
Well played. That's over 20 frames to start up, but he jumped out just as the impact was going to connect. So what a timing. Man jumped out like it was a perfect parry window.
No, it was great.
Back to here now. This is the thing. This is one of those matchups where you can't just play it by eye. You have to know it, and you have to expect the Guile player to know it as well.
And they're playing very close to each other.
I think it's more of a player to player because these guys, they're on the same team.
Uy, ¿qué pasó? Que me habré perdido.
As much as possible when it comes to Street Fighter 6.
Oh, nice work.
That's going to be the game.
Absolutely.
Have it. Crossfire somersault super up. Will be taking game 1 here for Akainu. And this is a tough choice for Killzyou to make because he wants to get back as close to the qualifications run. Just as soon as he can. But does he go back and do it with Juri, the tried and true, which is not a good matchup for him or the character, in my personal opinion? Or does he just stick it out with Cammy?
Well, we haven't gone right back into the match. I assume that he has gone back to character select. We'll see if that's true.
Yeah, we'll see, because again,
Uy, Juri.
There it is. It only makes the most sense. You try it, you see how far you can get.
Right,
if he took the game, then you have to obviously forcibly play the next game, but see how far
Akainu knew. He's just...
Lo siento por eso.
But this is the thing, right? Because he hasn't really got
Take the throw. Y 1-0 para Akainu. Lo que no sé qué pasó con el match entre Shanks y Kusanagi. ¿Alguien me puede decir el resultado para el que esté conectado en el chat? Para tener una noción.
Well, all that said, it's corner. Denied.
She literally has to rely on the up close to hit Guile physically.
Si alguien está en el chat de Twitch o el de YouTube me puede avisar qué pasó en el match de Kusanagi contra Shanks. ¿Aún el único español sigue vivo o está fuera?
I really like that. Yeah. Walking up with the jab. Denying what seemed like otherwise an obvious time for Akainu to press the button.
But be careful there.
There it is.
Oh, lovely conversion. Again, because of the options or the approach being extremely linear, Guile has all the answers to stop that horizontal approach on the ground anyway. And here comes the conversion into a stop here for Juri. Pressing crouch beating space here.
Lo siento.
I sense you know what, David. It might come soon.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But he's already back to the mid-screen here with the super archery. He's just gonna wait.
Yeah, there's gonna be a boom. Oh!
He's gonna spend it. No, he isn't.
Burned out. Trying to press. Does not want
Es
to
el frío.
backwards. Oh my god!
¿Lo mata?
What a conversion.
No, no lo mata.
What he really needed out of that was not just the damage, but this spacing.
I don't know how he's gonna get around this unless he's gonna wait for opportunity.
The shield.
Oh,
Take the throw.
Not there yet. Akainu could still win this. No!
No puede ser. Shooty.
He really had to be creative with that scenario and really bait Akainu into coming towards him, goading him towards him. It still didn't look out there after that phenomenal piece of play.
Yeah, oh, that's so good.
Hurricane.
Right back to this control. Akainu stabbing in, of course, occasionally. Yes.
Perfect.
Way in now. Ton of damage.
Onyx.
Yeah, he's very limited in what he can do here, Killzyou at the moment. And will he convert into the CA? He will. So this burns him out. Guile does have a level 1. He will get about 3 bars from this Killzyou, but he's going to have to go for a reset if he wants to turn this into an equalizing match. And
oh man,
I just had this feeling.
Yeah, no, totally.
2-0 a favor de Akainu. Madre mía.
I like that. I know that you know.
Killzyou back to the Juri. You can see it does look.
Sigue con la Juri, el Killzyou.
This one, it just goes from bad to worse.
No commitment by Akainu right now. Okay. Killzyou found it. Oh, but nothing.
He hesitated. He just wasn't sure.
Yeah, he was very close to getting it. Not quite there.
Just roundhouse here. And this is what I said. I think Killzyou's getting the most mileage, and he'll get the most Akainu in the most panicked state if he plays at this range here, where he has to be used the normals. But even Akainu can do sonic booms at that range as well. You want to ideally make sure any sonic boom Guile throws at it doesn't feel safe to do, but it's not working out for him.
Oh. Hanging out in the air actually gave him more time to answer. Oh, okay. Happens to work out.
And he's going to level 1 and spend the extra stuff for the damage, but it's not going to do
Not enough.
He blocked.
Okay. Lo mata.
Nice work. It's kind of an uncomfortable option right there. Didn't actually say punish on the screen, but okay.
I think he just expected it, because remember, you forget that, you know, you take off 4 frames because it's less punishable, so.
Yeah. Y en punish counter fue la
Maybe that's the round that Killzyou needed. Who knows? Oh.
Well, right back into kind of having big control and should be into his match point. Perfect even.
Match point para Akainu, a punto de eliminar a Killzyou. Esto sería otro upset si Akainu elimina a Killzyou.
Keeping it pretty conventional.
Págate.
Well, let's see who wants to send him away. We'll keep him there. Gonna hold his ground here. Gonna get the conversion. This is looking exceptional here for Killzyou. Goes behind. Lovely block there.
Qué buena. No 3-0. Empieza la remontada de Killzyou.
Well, perfect for perfect. Return the favor to your boy. I like that. Drive rush is, yeah, again, he was already ready for the drive rush. Got the whiff punish instead of the check, so he actually got extra damage via the punish counter. And there's the trade as well.
Flash kick.
He's just harassing him with that
Hey, perfect.
Is Akainu not afraid?
A ver, voy a responder un mensaje acá.
A little bit of a challenge.
Hold up, didn't quite work out. Good backdash on the throw. There again. His drive rush throw game has been pretty good today, or this weekend, Akainu. So.
Here's Killzyou. Okay. Dash
Take the
in.
throw.
Patience, he was worried.
Oh,
So glad he didn't
perfect.
that would have been punch counter, that would have been the round.
Oh,
Lo
man,
mata.
what a
Match
challenge
point
it's
nuevamente
Akainu
para
again.
Akainu.
Yeah,
Akainu.
the game plan's too one-dimensional for me. It's like, if the drive rush strategy isn't working, he tries to go for the reset, and this is one person you don't want to be doing that against. Because he's well accustomed to that strategy. Overhead.
El overhead. Uy. Situación jodida para Killzyou. Take the throw.
Yeah, right.
Going through Sonic Hurricane. And
just needs a couple of hits here.
Killzyou needs a level 3. I don't know how he's going to do it, but he's got to do it. And that could have been
Ay, no lo
I don't
mata.
think he was charging.
No, I think
Hubiera cancelado ahí el level 1, pero creo que no podía. GG. 3-1 Akainu elimina a Killzyou y se pasa a top 4 loser semifinals. Veamos quién está esperando a Akainu ahora. ¿Será Kusanagi o será Shanks? Producción. A1, el replay.
Tried the Cammy, didn't work out. But then the comfortability factor came into play. All right, it might not be the necessary tool at hand to counter Guile, but I know how this tool works in this scenario. And in a matchup like this, like I said, Juri's strategy is too one-dimensional for me because it's all about the horizontal gameplay. And Guile
Eso quiere decir que Kusanagi eliminó a Shanks.
Okay, you're gonna have to try something
Veamos.
else. Try the reset, drive rush cancel. You'll splurge your meter for a 50-50. It's good as odds as any. Doesn't mean it's gonna work. It's guaranteed.
¿Será Kusanagi o será Shanks en el top 4? Para desafiar a Akainu.
Well, again, Killzyou did beat Akainu 3 games to 2 in UFA,
Págate.
but in this situation it was
Kusanagi eliminó a Shanks. O sea que es... Bueno.
There it is. Winner's side, still waiting. Lionheart, Mr. Crimson, and then down
Bueno,
in
France.
losers semis, Kusanagi and
Kusanagi versus Akainu y Lionheart versus Crimson.
Here, can't wait to see
Tenemos
this.
Dhalsim,
Also,
Cammy,
remind you guys, if you do like the action here, I didn't
Luke,
mention these guys on the same
Guile.
team. They are
A
in
ver.
Street Fighter League, but I'm not promoting my one. I've got to
A
promote
ver.
the US one while I'm in US territory. So yes, every Wednesday at 4 p.m. PST, you'll see SFL US 2023. You can see all 6 teams in action versus Vortex, Nasus Esports, Red Rooster, UYU, Endemic, and Bandits there. Make sure you follow Capcom Fires on the following social media outlets, the Twitch channel, which we're on right now, and of course the YouTube, to catch the archives, and they split up all the matches there as well. And then, going on to my SFL, free plug-in, SFL EU 2023, every Friday, 7 p.m. UK time. Be sure to check that out. Last episode, seems like the feedback on that was pretty damn good, especially that match between Phenom and Bowmaster. If you haven't seen that, go and check that one out. But yes, Street Fighter League US, every Wednesday at 4 p.m. PST.
we also thank
11
Chipotle for the
loops,
support.
3
Please join hands,
Dhalsims,
of course, with Capcom
4
for
guides
this
or 2
CPT.
Cammys.
Limited time only, the carne asadas there, tender cuts of steak. If you're a carne asada guy, go for it. I'm a sofritas guy. I go there, I get the sofritas. I really like them.
No.
But, of course, that's the option up there on your screen as well. Thanks again to them. Back on the grill for a limited time is the carne asada. All right, we will take a quick break here. And when we come back, we're going to go into that top 4. We're going to go into winners finals. We're going to have the losers semis. Stick around for that.
Chipotle's carne asada is back.
Huh.
It's our most tender cuts of
No.
steak, grilled and seasoned with cumin, oregano, and coriander. Finished with fresh lime and hand-chopped cilantro. Carne asada. This is our best steak ever.
Huh.
Time to work, time to work. When inhaled, coriander blocks the gamma-aminobutyric acid receptors in the central nervous system, causing spasmodic muscle contractions.
Master, it's a work of art. It's perfect.
What to do with you now?
So, shall we put him out of his misery?
I know. Bueno, all Juri players qualify from World Warrior events.
I bet poison will work wonders on you.
Huh. Japan gonna clean house. Have zero chance. No, we hit through.
to
A ver.
fame during Street Fighter 4. Absolutely dominant. But
¿Quién?
since then, he came back dominating in 5 and is looking even stronger in 6. I'm talking about from France.
Valmaster.
What's up with you, bro?
Yeah, I'm good in you.
I don't know if you saw our discussions on France.
No.
We've been arguing that France is probably the strongest region in Europe, for especially in the later years of Street Fighter 5, and especially when you joined back in the fray. We were looking at France like this region is just absolutely ridiculous, one of the strongest in the world. Like,
all right, so of course, you know, we talked about how you in Street Fighter 5 you came back at the end and you cooked up, and then now in 6 you're keeping that same trend. What do you think about Street Fighter 6, and you know, how confident are you with this game?
I think on the 6 I'm a bit stronger than on the 5. Since the game, since I start Street Fighter 6 from the beginning of the game, yeah, I feel way better than on the 5 and way more confident against all the players over the world.
it's good to see your confidence too, especially after you're one of the few players who have had this like really close experience to almost qualifying and then having it kind of slip between your hands, right? Whereas in CPT France, you know, you made it to winners finals. You had a 3-0 win over Mena, then you fell to Chris Long, and then Mena got his run back there. So that was pretty, you know, that was recent, and then you had to do your World Warrior very soon after that to actually qualify. So how did you feel in that time period?
Yeah, I was thinking like if I lose, I was going to be very sad because when you 2 times of
Yoga.
This has been right now. We gotta say Valmaster's the strongest player in France easily, right? One of the best players in the world. Can we say, bruh? You don't gotta say it, Valmaster.
What do you think, Valmaster?
It's hard to say. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. So because we don't have a lot of tournaments to see. You know, you need more tournaments. I think this game is like
That's true.
Like statistic. It's not because you win once, like you're better. I think
I was saying because you got third. Well, I guess we can't say, but you did get third in France offline against the world, and won the World Warrior against.
That's a good consistent result, so that's fine.
And then Mr. Crimson after that won UFA. So you know. The wheels keep turning, right?
You know what? Okay, one of the best players in the world and Capcom Cup qualified, Valmaster. Good talking to you, man.
Indeed, Valmaster, having qualified for Capcom Cup already, made the choice to not enter this CPT. As a result, we have, among others, the 4 players who now remain. We are in the top 4, Ultra David and Jammers. We're going to be going into winners finals next.
Yes, we are indeed, and that will comprise of 2 players. Mr. Crimson and Lionheart here, looking at the bracket as we set this one up. I like the point that Master, you know, brought up there in the interview. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, some people will say, we think you're the best Chun-Li, one of the strongest Chun-Lis around. It's like, well, it's hard to say. We just need more tournaments, and I think what he meant is more international tournaments to get everyone together and really get more statistics. But then, look, someone once told me, if you are good, you will let people know. If you are great, they will let you know.
Okay.
That's it. And it's like, okay, he lets the action and the gameplay do the talking, and people say, look, this is what we think of your Chun-Li based on what we see internationally. And this is just us watching. Obviously, him playing, it's like, well, I haven't faced him to kind of agree with you on that point. It's just what we...
That's understandable.
Speaking of which...
Yeah, I was going to say, another one of the best players in the world, surely, is Mr. Crimson. This is the guy who, as they mentioned in the break there, got first place at UFA. He got 13th at the Paris CPT, so not quite the result that he wanted. He got second place in the World Warrior Finals for the region. Kind of a dunking by Valmaster. And so this is now his chance to qualify for Capcom Cup. And as we mentioned, we think he's the favorite coming into this. But it's going to be Lionheart on the other side, who's had some strong stuff so far this weekend, taking out some very strong players.
This is interesting for me. I've seen Mr. Crimson destroy Cammy players in this matchup. When I spoke to Garnet about this, he said this is 5-5. When I looked into this, there is an argument that this is kind of an evenish matchup. But every champion say it looks even now, but the longevity of it, Cammy should be winning this matchup.
I see.
All the time.
Okay.
So very interesting to see how this.
Lots of different ideas there. Yeah. Oh man, what a snipe!
The thing is, one thing you have to really remember, this actually works out for Mr. Crimson in his favor with the neutral jump punish there, is, you have to be active with your choice on defense all the time, just because of how Cammy functions. If it doesn't work out for you...
Buah, no lo quiere dejar salir.
No. Okay, challenge though. Gets it right out of there. Gonna be able to link it.
Lo mata.
Right, there you go.
Primer round para
Crimson.
Crimson.
Known as Yoga Inferno. Taking out that first round there for Mr. Crimson. Okay, no anti-air there as well. He's got to be very careful with the back heavy punch.
Yeah, I was just going to say, one thing that Crimson does really, really well is he doesn't really take risks even in anti-airs. He anti-airs when he's sure it's going to work.
Wow.
Oh,
No,
man, he knew.
lo mata.
Oh, no, not really.
No, qué drop.
And he's going to burn him out here. And it
Lo
will be
le gasta sí o sí el level 3 para ponerlo en
But
burnout.
what is the choice going to be?
Execute.
I reckon he's going to conserve that level 2. Let's find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to
have
he wanted to
baited
bait
it.
it.
Yeah, that was the idea.
Comet.
And Crimson back to controlling, and even though he's burned out,
Nope.
that's fine.
1-0.
Still press the buttons and they still work.
See, the thing is, Lionheart was kind of restricted in movement anyway because he didn't have enough drive gauge to really go for the gusto and be safe in that choice he would have made anyway. So it actually worked out in Mr. Crimson's favor tremendously well. But there's a reset. It's the drive impact. Try to get parried. Dashed forward.
Okay.
I don't know what that was.
I'm not sure, but still him stuck.
Throw tech there for Mr. Crimson. People gotta be careful of that.
Looking at the drive up there.
He does that after throw tech all the time. That stab medium kick or some of the limbs. And again.
Great round, jeez.
Perfect
The thing is,
KO.
he's had some marvelous rounds. I'm not gonna lie. He's in there again. Safe jump. Perfect carry's gonna come pretty soon, and he tried to do exactly
Yeah,
what
he
Shanks
wanted to
did
bait.
before.
Exactly.
The flame.
So that must take a lot of work to get that right.
No.
Takes it down, good spin knuckle there, good blocks from Mr. Crimson, gets thrown for his troubles as well. He needs to wait for that dry gauge replenished, and he's baited
I
that.
think this is, yeah.
He's got to wait, he has to wait for the whole thing.
Hit it. Yep, nice. Oh, no! Huge.
Se puso en burnout.
Finds it anyway.
Pero lo
Oh,
hace.
okay,
1-1.
wow. You know, not what he wanted, not what he was hoping for, but did a great job at recovering and finding the kill.
Do you know what? Because the crazy thing about his level 2 is because they've adjusted the angle of it to make it more vertical now, it's more awkward to deal with for some players because now you can let it rock, let it go, and then punish it. It's not like it wasn't necessary. Even then,
Bien, only
reversals
Carol
from
Spike.
Lionheart, back to the full screen here. And that's still
Fire
damage.
down.
Yeah, Roundhouse is out there for quite a while. You do not want to whiff that button.
Take the throw.
Oh, this is looking really good here for Lionheart, and the jump back as well.
Lo
I think
mata?
yeah, burn everything. Do level 1. You've got to do the level 1 surely. The last hit might do it. Not quite.
No.
Okay. Still needs to grab it.
Ahora sí, take the throw.
All right.
That jump back on the
The jump back, it's if you are playing with your spacing, including moving backwards enough to get somebody like Crimson to whiff Mummy, man, you're killing it.
Try to hold up though. I think he should calm down with the momentum he's gained. Yeah, he's really trying to mix it up here. But don't want to be
Baited,
too
yeah,
obvious.
no slide rather than medium slide.
And that's going to be
not quite.
I think you should give up this round. Yeah,
No.
give it up. Give it up. You barely got any drive.
Oh,
gauge. You
go,
conserve the
go,
bar for the
go,
next
go,
round.
go, go,
Because
go.
all your defensive choices are
Yo,
going to negative
go,
mana
go,
up.
go, go,
Just
go, go.
give it up for the next round.
No! Oh, there
Nope.
have been chances, even more than he has had.
Qué buena.
Crimson side today.
No.
That was super good. Crimson went as well.
No. Y se viene el burnout.
And because of the drive gauge as well, he's going to lose advantage here. His Lionheart, give it to Mr. Crimson. Just hand it to him on a platter. Yeah, he can't do
All
anything.
that spacing.
Jeez, what a turn he did, Mr. Crimson.
Oh, that's so. Here's Lionheart. Okay, only the grab. Crimson gets away. Back to comfortable spot.
Sí.
Lovely conversion
Right onto
there.
it yet again. Not
Almost
enough, though.
got the 2-piece. He's waiting for his level 3. I don't think he can give him his
Dhalsim
level 3
walking
number.
over.
He finds a hit. But
Lo
he's
mata.
not gonna
2-1
find
para
that as
Crimson.
Crimson turns it on all of a sudden.
We would have been looking at a different scenario if he didn't parry after that jump roundhouse connected.
Yeah, really.
We would
That
have been
could have
looking
been huge. The snowball out
And
of
with
that.
Crimson can be free Dhalsims.
I have faith that Lionheart can turn things around instantaneously.
Have 2 Dhalsims.
Because if he resorts to the aerial approach a bit too often, Mr. Crimson, he looks right and ready for that. It's a punish though.
Yeah.
Hit it again. Keep an eye on this.
Excellent work.
Hooligan. Hooligan again? No! What a block! I can't believe he did that mid-screen. Nobody does that.
Well, Crimson was ready for it.
I know! Why was he ready for it?
No.
Hoping to bait a throw tech. Nothing came. Crimson's here keeping his eye on defense.
Looking good. Gets the conversion into the Yoga Inferno again. He's going to have to jump very shortly. I don't know how he's going to do it, but Punish kind of back to the full screen. And he's burnt out. So yes.
Match point para Crimson.
And painful death, which puts Mr. Crimson at
Garnet
match point.
from Italy
With
and
his place in
Shaka
grand finals
from
alongside.
Argentina.
Crimson just waiting it out. Great spacing by Lionheart.
Got him just
before a Comet.
Yeah, okay. Slams him down. This is looking really good here.
Oh. The idea was there.
Or Frozen.
Execution not quite
And
there.
Shaka wins the last Warrior against Street Fighter.
Yes, I'm loving these chase down. They're doing snippets of damage, which we can work with for now, no matter how minuscule it may
Or
be.
Frozen.
But, oh, get him!
No, no castigó Lionheart. Eso le va a costar caro ahora a Lionheart.
Yeah,
No haberle
right,
castigado el drive reversa a la Crimson.
And slowly moving backwards, by the way. Ah.
To the corner.
Into
reset.
El
Okay,
hooligan.
we did that before the defensive option comes through. Hold up, spend it, get rid of it.
Lo tiene que gastar.
We'll do that with the Delta Red Assault. We're going to a final round here in this game 4. He's at a super meter disadvantage, but the way Lionheart's been playing him,
Pero se
shutting
gastó
down,
todos los
limiting
recursos
Dhalsim's
Lionheart.
in the air and on
Y
the ground.
Crimson tiene 2 barras de super.
Chance to equalize this, David.
Really? Let's go.
Págalo.
Lionheart, just like that. Has the corner.
Otra vez el overhead.
Good here.
Got him
and
again.
the throw bait. He's got to do one more. He's got to do one more
Got
throw bait,
spiked.
surely.
Crimson's defense usually so strong. Getting baited here. I can't believe he did it.
I think that's what he wanted to do before.
Probably so.
Yeah, throw tech there from Lionheart. Just walk away. Yeah, Mr. Crimson wants to burn you out. But you gotta walk away, mate. And he tried
Toca
to do
fire.
that. The beam to the punch.
¡Qué buena!
Crimson's turning it on.
Level 3 y lo pone en burnout con
And I
esto.
love it when people spend their level 3s when their drive stock is tantamount to each other, because you go and burn out and I get all the gauge to work with.
Yeah.
Are we looking at a checkmate here? I wonder.
Well, at least some chip is on deck. Question is, what else?
No, ¿qué hace?
No,
No sirve, level 1 pierde contra
Very surprised
proyectiles.
to see that. He tried it before too. That's probably why he
Nah.
got hit.
My guy, in this timeline, that's never
It's
gonna work.
over.
Oh
no.
Dead.
Oh, there was such strength on Lionheart's side. There were even more
He's
chances
a winner.
that he had that he didn't take, and yet he did take a lot. He played great throughout most of that set, and then just kind of the brain
Nah,
fart.
Crimson is the
Do
winner.
you know what? I couldn't have articulated better than myself.
Reset the
You
bracket.
know, sometimes you do forget. You're in the heat of the
Nah.
moment.
Sure.
And,
But clearly, really
Incoming
strong
free
player. This is the
Dhalsims.
player among these 8 who I am least familiar with. Lionheart. I've
Incoming
seen him play
free
only a couple of
Dhalsims
times.
in
But
Capcom
what
Cup.
I'm seeing from him here, although in the loss, I really liked. He got 65th at UFA. He got 33rd at the Paris CPT. He was 14th in points in their World Warrior region. He doesn't quite have the resume that some of these other players do, and yet here he is in winners finals. Looked great throughout a good chunk of it, as we're seeing right here. So although he loses, I still think, you know what? Great work. And lots of great stuff to build on.
despite us being unfamiliar with him, the French players, they have shown him the respect. And the thing is, for me, I'm not sure if this is his first fighting game or his first year where he's really taking competitive Street Fighter super seriously, but it only goes up and up from here.
He said Street Fighter Alpha 2 was my first
That's what he
fighting
did,
game.
yeah, he said that.
So
He said
it's
that,
been around a
yes.
while, I imagine.
Yeah, so unfortunate there to Lionheart. He sits pretty in the...
Y ahora Lionheart tiene que esperar al que gane de Kusanagi y Akainu, o sea, Luke versus Guile. Bueno,
Akainu has other ideas. Who will face Mr. Crimson in the grand final? It's pretty interesting. A couple of guys have had chances and they slip through their fingers, and Mr. Crimson identifies that and
Lore
capitalizes on the
match
fact
next.
that you didn't take the chance. That separates the men from the boys, if I've ever seen that scenario.
We're going down to loser's side now. Kusanagi and Akainu is where we're headed next. 2 very strong players, Luke and Guile, the expectation. Akainu, 27 years old. Old man Akainu.
I mean, he's younger than me. If he's old,
No,
what am I?
I mean, don't even talk to me about it.
No, it's brilliant to see these guys still active and playing here as well.
Yeah, it's for sure.
I've heard back and forth things about this matchup. I spoke to Flawless Deku and ISDD about it. I spoke to, I can't remember, I think it was Kusanagi. Someone else I spoke to about it. And I was like, look, I think he does alright in this matchup. I think jumping fierce causes Guile a lot of problems, because if he's not charging, he's got to do crouch fierce, and the worst case scenario is he's trade. Right, so you can harass him with the jumps. as well with the normal department. Luke can be a little bit annoying there as well, but if you are too predictable, guess what? 10,000 cuts, sonic booms, a couple of pokes here and there. I do think the projectile priority system will play a big part in this matchup as well.
Guile versus Luke.
Overthrows regular sonic booms, and you can kind of make Guile stand still for a little bit, or get knockdowns in full screen and regain the position advantage. But
Some flash kick, perfect.
Doing there right now, jab check. Nice conversion from a jab.
An uppercut.
Interesting. At the moment, trying to get that perfect parry time. Yeah.
Take the throw y empieza encima en punish counter. Take the throw. Lo mata.
Dumps it all into the round for the win.
And here's the thing, that would have caught a whiff throw, but what annoys the defender is when you do the delayed jab, and you delayed jab still gets punished as well. And that's what he did, he caught the delayed jab. Damage coming through here, descending full screen with that Sonic Hurricane. See what the parry timing will be here from Kusanagi.
Shooty.
Waiting there at the moment.
Yeah, Akainu just hanging on.
Like it. Feet firmly planted on the ground for both players at the moment.
Akainu actually walked forward into that range. Kusanagi recognized it. There, the link. And Akainu's out of the corner just like that. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, it is plus on block.
Yeah.
From a drive.
The frame data says that it's your turn, but the parry's there.
Perfect. Back there. Take the throw.
Look for a clean hit.
Take the throw. Muerto.
Game 1, Kusanagi.
1-0 para Kusanagi.
Alright. Nice sufficient first game there for Kusanagi there with the Luke. Might spice things up aggressively, who knows?
He played really well, I gotta say. Kind of the way that he's playing, it shows to me that he is worried about jumps a lot. Although,
flash kick.
Perfect spot right there, just outside. He's really not overcommitting on booms.
Well, I mean, look, like I said before, you want to make it, as your opponent, you want to make Guile feel as if any Sonic Boom he throws is not safe. Lovely conversion from the punishment.
Perfect.
There
Fast ball.
as well. And there's nothing wrong with being vigilant towards jumping, especially the guys.
Oh, no,
la pared.
I think it makes a lot of sense.
Is he done? I think he's done if he does the whole thing. Yeah, that's it.
Lo mata.
Level 1, gonna close it out.
Round para Kusanagi.
It sure did.
With the way Kusanagi's playing, he's in fine form here.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, I really like that he reset his own
Take the throw.
Yep. Good situational awareness not to press there on that plus physical need with the extra frame advantage from the drive up there as well. Just trying to slowly encroach on that space of the Sonic Boom despite pushing it away. That's why you need to parry. Doesn't push you away as further. Just
as you saw. And this slow approach is fine for Kusanagi. Not a lot of life lost. There's not a lot of just, oh man, no cancel.
Didn't want to commit to it.
No, I mean it's understandable. There's that jump fierce. One of the best jump-ins in the game. 2 of the best jump-ins in the game with this character.
Take the throw.
Hey! Okay, good damage here. Will he spend the level 2? He will.
Best
and
ball,
he will
baby!
get a setup from this. Because it's right in the corner here. And it's a throw. No, throw won't do it.
I don't think it's quite
Best
enough.
ball, baby.
Akainu's the one who
Take
finds
the
the grab
throw.
low on drive. But at least not in the corner anymore. Question is, how does he actively find the damage now? Kusanagi is not letting him.
Y tiene CA el
He hasn't
Akainu.
got a level 1 to threaten him in his Sonic Boom game, so he's more than happy to throw 1 or 2, but yeah, he's trying to force him to do normals instead.
Lo mata. 2-0 para Kusanagi.
So Kusanagi really just kind of waited it out. He did let Akainu drive rush in, but after having tried a little bit out, he was still in range for crouching medium kick. And Kusanagi recognized that 2-0 already. Parry into jump into big stuff.
See what it is. Remember, Guile can actually be ready for that, but because they're so accustomed to the traditional Sonic Boom game, 9 times out of 10, the jump always works. Perfect parry. He's sniping the drive game, trying to take his way as much as possible. What a side swap.
That was cool.
I think that was a delayed back throw for the DP just in case, but... Him down here, looking really strong. Okay, he could have interrupted that with a 4 frame. He would have got a punish counter on that as well.
Yeah. Maybe the idea here is for Akainu, whose mid-range control has...
Qué buena.
Maybe he wanted to play more offense? I don't know. In any case, he's on the back foot yet again.
Oh, burnout.
Stealing some frames here.
Match point para Kusanagi a punto de eliminar a Akainu del torneo.
Deny completely. It's match point. Kusanagi.
the jump timings. They got introduced in the latter part of this set.
Yeah. In this game, in that round, really is when they've been big.
Knocking it out here. Grab check into the conversion. Flash knuckles his way to the corner here. About to build the level 3 as well. So if he gets a clean hit.
I gotta say, Kusanagi is making this matchup look very difficult for Akainu. Very much in control. Level 3. Surely
Lo mata.
Yes,
Kusanagi elimina a Akainu del torneo.
Close it out here for Kusanagi.
KO.
Dominating fashion there. 3-0.
Wow.
He made it difficult for Akainu to throw booms. Akainu knew that.
Así que va a ser Kusanagi versus Lionheart.
Akainu started out throwing not many booms. Yes. When he did throw 2 booms in a row, one of the few times throughout that was when there happened to be a perfect parry and to jump over the following boom. And you could see why Akainu was not throwing many. It was hard for Akainu to approach. It was hard for him to wake up in offensive situations for Kusanagi. Kusanagi just all sides of the game, I think, had total control. It was very impressive play.
Lionheart versus Kusanagi.
Right, because this is looking at 2 things on the same coin, right? So if I perfect parry, I don't know what version of the game you've thrown out. So 9 times out of 10, I probably won't get it. But you actually don't know where I'm going to go perfect parry either. So when I do get it, I might just be holding up in the process.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with parrying, just holding up.
Right.
And the only real indication you have is it's more so the sound effect than the visual. One of my personal gripes is maybe change the color of the perfect parry or slow it down. I don't know. It makes it easier. I know they're trying to make the clear distinction as to when you parry a physical hit as to a projectile. There's a clear indication it might be easier. But the fact that we have a little mind game as to, well, the guy player doesn't actually know when you're going to perfect parry either. It kind of just works out anyway, right?
So worked out great for Kusanagi. That's for sure. Didn't even need to spend level 3 to get the kill here, by the way. Level 2 was fine. So, wow, 3-0. I did not look for that to be a 3-0. But again, fantastic play by Kusanagi. Shoutouts to Akainu, ends up at 4th place. Really strong performance throughout this tournament, but ultimately it's not enough. Before that, geez, look at it. He had 3-1 to Killzyou. He had 3-0 to RMK Fast, and yet denied by Kusanagi. So losers finals will be Lionheart and Kusanagi.
So we have a Dhalsim, Cammy, and Luke remaining in this bracket here. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the action just as much as myself and Ultra David. It's been a blast. However, if you guys have been enjoying yourselves, you want to get more into invested competitive play, why don't you check out the Bucklers Bootcamp? It is there. It is a free game LinkedIn mobile friendly website there. You can see it. There's a QR code, so you can join the guys there and go to the website immediately. It support your enjoyment of Street Fighter 6. You can check things out like player data, your friends, the clubs they're participating in, and of course as ranking information. It's all
Se viene posiblemente el último corte.
You can find out other information.
Se viene el último corte.
As well as in-game events, rewards, and updates regarding Street Fighter 6 as well. So check that out there with the Bucklers Bootcamp.
Again, I use that pretty often myself. I'm on there for the frame data pretty often. I'm on there to look up player info pretty often. So check it out. A lot of cool stuff up there. One of the things that you can do at Bucklers Bootcamp also is play pockets. Look at this. Yeah, look cute. Look at that little guy. Look at that little guy up there. Give him food. Cure. Make sure he's clean. You don't want your Ryu to be dirty. Come on. Look at little cutie Ryu there. If you would like to check this out, the place to do it again is Bucklers Bootcamp. The service is based on the motto praise and develop, which is the intention of Bucklers president. You can check it out. Register as a member and work up a good sweat together with all cutie little Ryu. Look at that little guy. Aww.
All right, so there you go. Make sure you check out those fine products there by Capcom. But yes, got 2 more matches remaining. We edge ever so closer.
Último corte de 5 minutos.
Capcom Cup 10. Let's take a little break. When we come back, we'll get to you with Losers Final.
Último corte.
Oh yeah, the avocados are hand mashed, the chips are hand tossed, and everything is made fresh.
You make it fresh every day?
Yes, every day. The Chipotle way is we make it fresh every day.
Sounds delicious.
I present the hunter from Kumu.
Ok. 3 minutos y medio para que empiece.
All right, ladies and gents, and welcome back to the top 8 here for CPT France, Spain, and Portugal. Our lone Spaniard is out, so it's just French dominated. So my French is terrible, and I'm glad F-Word's not here, so you don't have to hear his French either. Shouts to F-Word, wherever you are watching. But yes, we are here, and now we're going to be moving on to our penultimate match of the day, which is our losers final. Isn't that right, David?
That is absolutely right, yeah. Only 3 players remaining. Here we are in losers finals. Lionheart, just having lost 3 games to 1, up there in winners finals, will play against Kusanagi, who just demolished Akainu, who is a very strong competitor in his own right, and yet you saw that match. Man, Kusanagi looked strong. That's it. Even though Lionheart lost versus Mr. Crimson, he played great throughout a lot of it, and he had even more chances for himself they didn't quite take. So I think even in the loss, it's rare to say, I think that he comes into this having played well, or at least having positive things to take away from the previous match into losers finals.
You could actually say the same thing about Kusanagi. You can use the exact same argument. I think that both the guys played extremely well. Obviously, the scorelines were in Mr. Crimson's favor.
Yeah, exactly. Just Crimson who took out both. Yeah.
And this is the thing, right? So they both have that, you know, they're firing them to go, I want to run back. I think I can actually do better than I did last time. But you will be in the disadvantageous position. But unfortunately, to do that, you will go through each other here in the Luke versus Cammy matchup. Looking forward to this one.
3 games to 2 that Kusanagi lost. 3 games to 1 that Lionheart lost versus Crimson. But yeah, I mean, look good. I think he's played well. Cool to see. I mean, he's been around for a while, I assume. If your first game was Alpha 2, you've probably been playing Street Fighter for a while. But it's super, super cool to see that he's up here with a lot of other strong players.
Well, as Fudo once said, like, you know, you could be consistent. Results can play a key, but there can only be one winner.
That's right.
In fighting game tournaments, you can have consistent placings and whatnot, but unfortunately, one of these guys can have to bow out the tournament at this late stage in the day. Let's see how it goes here. Hopefully, they're not too deterred by the loss of Mr. Crimson. Go into a good start here for Lionheart and the perfect parry. Thank you for doing half the work for me.
Thank you for the corner.
Again, his spacing, just those micro adjustments there to look for that with punish and guarantee the punish counter. What Kusanagi's been doing against all his opponents all day today.
Super ready for that. Well, so is Lionheart. Yeah?
Okay. Huh. Thought he was going to go for a side swap conversion there, but he did something else instead. Oh, you can't cancel that, that's right.
Bueno, parece que estamos en el último match. Bueno, penúltimo match. Loser Finals. Lionheart contra Kusanagi. Y obviamente el favorito que se lo va a llevar es Mr. Crimson. Primer round para Kusanagi. ¿Quién será que enfrentará a Crimson en la Grand Final? ¿Será Lionheart Cammy o Kusanagi Luke? Lo mata. Y sin gastar barra.
What a response in half the time as well. How about that for a rebuttal?
Yeah, pretty good.
These guys' perfect parries have kind of been on point, I'm not going to lie. Here as well, the reset. He's been pretty successful with that all day.
Amazing mental stack to put on somebody who has clearly such strong reactions in Kusanagi.
Crazy, right? And you're looking at crazy reactions, you don't know what to react to.
No! Okay, it's alright for Lionheart, right back into it.
And he will spend
Level 3, no lo mata. Lo va a dejar con poca vida.
Stock as much drive gauge as possible in this scenario here.
Tácate.
Again, Kusanagi can turn this around.
That does mean that it's literally a 2-hit game right now if Kusanagi gets the right stuff.
Lo mata. 1-0 para Lionheart. Que quiere ese rematch contra Crimson. Bueno, creo que ambos, Lionheart y Kusanagi, perdieron contra Crimson. Sí, ambos perdieron contra Crimson, me acuerdo. Ambos perdieron contra Crimson.
As we have seen, his own DP, it doesn't come up so often in the matches that we play, but he has had really good reactions on that. He finds the big hit, and he's not going to need any super on that one either to take the round.
Lionheart's coming with a vengeance
He's
today.
playing super well.
Just by what he's done today, he's definitely been the dark horse. I don't think
I mean, again, coming into the 65th at UFA.
Qué buena.
He's literally just baiting the DP and he's going to take off the damage.
Oh, no! Kusanagi's in trouble.
Bien, bloqueó el hooligan, el overhead.
Kusanagi is hoping to make his way out of the corner. Success.
Oh, and that is huge, and he hasn't got the drive resources to kind of build up to a level 3 here, so he's going to have to work with what he's got. And he gets the punish counter with the rising rocket.
Air throw.
Oh,
Lo mata.
Burned himself out
Qué
to do it.
buena.
That's cool. Lionheart. 2 games.
2-0.
Again, you know, we went all
Usó el EX Hooligan Throw, que lo arroja. Le hizo un launcher con eso a level 3. Pero bueno, 2-0 para Lionheart, que quiere ese rematch contra Crimson. Take the throw. No, gracias.
Man, this guy just tools it. I'm remember when I spoke to Sengan, he thinks that she's a top 2 character.
Okay.
Many reasons why. Shouts to Sengan. Nice, matching up with his
Perfect.
again.
What's wrong?
He was 2-0 down before. He brought it back. If there's anyone who could do it, it's him.
Well, he's found it in this round at least.
Muerta.
Right. Trying to come back.
I'm too good.
Here's Kusanagi. Try to drive rush in with a suppress. It didn't quite work out. The miscalculation on spacing allowed Lionheart to get the punish here, and we're still tracking the right side of the screen. We visited this part of the stage.
We've been here, yeah. Been looking at the Apple vendor the whole time.
Oh!
Vaya la
You're
voz.
right.
No,
Sometimes you're
is
just
dead.
right. What can you say? Lionheart is at
Match point para Lionheart, a punto de eliminar a Kusanagi
that would not have
y tener su rematch contra Mr.
Did not
Crimson.
expect it to be a 3-0.
I think we should convert it to level 3 early.
Oh,
Give
too
the
early, too early.
opportunity, but see what happens here. Still have faith in Kusanagi. Gonna get the open scenario here. Let's see what the defensive choices
Take
for
the
Lionheart.
throw.
Delayed jab.
Kusanagi a bit worried.
Of course he is. He's 2 games down, mate. Any choice he makes is a choose executive officer decision.
Take the throw.
That's it. It's a CEO decision, mate.
yeah.
It's like, do we do it? Does the company go bust after this wrong choice? I don't know. Just waiting for his drive to get replenished as much as possible to make it safe from a cancel. He's looking for the drive rush
Both of them
cancel.
looking to check, yes. Oh.
Drive rush cancel. Good block there from Lionheart.
Either one jumping directly in at the other. But the slow walk back.
Bien, bloqueó el espinaco.
Kusanagi finds himself
Drop.
now
He makes this,
in this spot where we have spent most of this
Carl
match.
Spike.
Ay, he finds the opportunity.
Lo mata,
early
lo
for
mata,
the
lo
game.
mata.
Yes.
Level 3.
Nice, simple conversion into the Pale Rider to make it 2-1 and reduce that deficit.
Crimson.
In this losers final here. Good stuff there, and sometimes that's all it takes, man. It's so tense. It's like, right,
Crimson.
I need that next hit, and I need my button to connect against him so I can
Bueno.
get the pressure or the conversion. And guess what? You walk into the range, it makes it easy for the opponent to do the exact same thing. But you're the one that initiates the scenario.
That's another conversion from Lionheart. Defensive read came out from Kusanagi. He has had some better ones still there.
Space for a throw just in case it's a perfect
Bueno.
parry. People have been doing that all
Pretty
day
common
today.
there, yes.
In 4 forms.
Went out there, that stand likely just peppering away, being a very pesky button there from Luke. In the way. Alright, trying to hold out there, but he wasn't ready for the hold up. And what? That hit on the toe.
Yeah, it was super well spaced. Not quite there on burnout, but
What a safe shot.
Alright. Who makes the first move with punish?
Trying to hold that parry there, and he's almost going out here.
Big opportunity.
And it worked out
Match
against
point
Luke.
para
It's working
Lionheart.
out here, and Gyro Drive Smasher will send Lionheart to match point here.
Hoping to move through out of losers finals. Kusanagi's been in this position though. He did go down 0-2 versus Crimson and battled back into game 5 at least. Right now, not looking great though, as Lionheart's the one who finds the first big hit corner.
Oof.
He's looking for a bait, and even a parry or a DP
That's
again.
spacing it again.
Okay.
Bueno,
I'm sure it hits his foot for the whole time. Alright, he's got spam. I think he's got spam. He's not going to.
Crimson.
Great choice.
No
Spend there.
DP, he had that earlier in this set.
Huh.
Not there.
Crimson.
Uh-oh.
Lo mata, lo mata.
Oh, and that's going to be
Lionheart versus
Lionheart puts
Crimson.
his place in the grand final, where he will go up against Monsieur Crimson, pulling out the
Dead.
50 caliber. Locking on and firing there with the Delaware Soul. Damn, what a performance this guy has had today. This is insane.
Not a 3-0, but man, still a very strong victory by Lionheart.
Well, just when we thought young one talent would do it there in Kusanagi, no one comes in and says, hold on.
3 Dhalsims or 2 Cammies?
Yeah, taking a look back at this,
Make
man,
his
it really
bets.
felt like Lionheart had control throughout a lot. I guess we're taking a look at when Kusanagi was not entirely out of this thing. I mean, first round goes to him. But as it went on, we saw better and better spacing, better and better mix-ups from Lionheart. His own neutral play, very strong. He didn't need anti-airs very often, but he did have them when he needed them.
But this is always interesting, right? I believe we've seen
Sí.
this match 3 times
Sí.
today.
What's that?
So, Cammy versus Luke. Shanks versus Linkexelo. You identified hesitancy in Linkexelo's gameplay via anti-underground, which means Shanks.
Bueno, Incoming free Dhalsim.
Yeah, that's right. And then he completely dominated there. But then watching Kusanagi up against Lionheart, different kettle of fish.
Yeah, I suppose so.
And that will just strengthen my argument. Say, is this even? Or does somebody heavily win? 3 times today, 3 different styles.
Yeah. Very interesting to watch in this top 8. It's been a blast of a top 8 to watch, and we're now down.
Mr. Crimson versus Lionheart.
Mr. Crimson is who most of us thought would be in this position. Favorite coming into this thing. Of course, Valmaster has already qualified. He chose not to enter. And Crimson, as a result, I think many of us thought that he was the favorite. Well, here he is, in the best position to be able to qualify for Capcom Cup. Winner's side. All he needs to do is win the next 3 out of 5. But Lionheart, after all of the players who were in this thing, again, he's the player who I'm least familiar with in this set. I've only seen him play a couple of times. I've seen the other guys play a lot more over many years at this point. And Lionheart is the one who's made it.
Uf, Crimson lo tiene. Y encima está en winner's side.
Not necessarily new kid on the block, but in terms of this is probably a new experience for him because he doesn't really have time to go, so what's Mr. Crimson like in grand finals? But everyone will just say, we got to learn the hard way.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like, again, anyone new here, and remember, what happened in that set where it's 3-1, a lot of those chances, I don't think you're going to be able to replicate them in that same fashion.
Dhalsim Nation would love to reset the bracket against Crimson.
You've got to try and do that, right? Mr. Crimson, I remember, anecdotal experience, in SF5, I tried to use a different character against him in the first of 3 sets. I had all the chances to beat him, never capitalized. And then I watched his stream and he watched everything that I did and I said, okay, chance is gone. It's gone, it's not happening again.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I watch the French players go up against him, if you try to surprise me one thing, he's identified it. And the fact when he saw against, he blocked Lionheart's quick spin knuckle mid-screen, jabbing to, and it's like, how are you ready for that? It's like, come on, but that's an identification, a huge one, that how much he wants to qualify.
Último match que nos queda.
He really wants this spot.
Mr. Crimson Dhalsim versus Lionheart's Cammy.
He obviously does a great job with it, no doubt about that. He does seem very prepared. I mean, in that match that he had against Lionheart, Lionheart had more opportunities, as we keep mentioning. There were more, even. There could have been. I think you're right that some of those are going to get buttoned up a little bit. Yeah. Versus Crimson. Coming into this matchup now, Crimson will have thought about it. Obviously, he'll have been watching in losers finals, trying to game plan for which one would be his competitor. He I'm sure will be well prepared.
Well, we'll see. I'm hoping, Lionheart has another gear he can switch to here. Again, I think the goal right now is we need to reset the bracket. My biggest issue, because we only
Lionheart versus Crimson. Cammy versus Dhalsim, 25 contra 28 años.
Very big opportunity. He was kind of low on drive gauge, which made it easier for Crimson to start resorting to limbs and the heavy ones take off some of the most drive gauge consumption. And then when he's back at full screen, it's like, okay, you're not going to navigate around the fireballs. Look, like you said, he had a brain fart. He done level 1. You're just like, dude, I'm pretty sure that doesn't work.
No, that was surprising to see.
No, the winner now out to qualify.
Kind of brain farts here as well. Yeah. I don't know what it's going to take to really shake up Mr. Crimson and galvanize him to doing something in a position that's so.
Cammy already have a overhead.
I mean, the way that Lionheart played in that last match was with incredible control.
Yes.
And he played that great, so I don't know, maybe he takes that kind of mentality into this next game, this next match, but it will be tough, not going to sugarcoat it, as here comes Mr. Crimson trying to qualify for Capcom Cup.
Well, it could be a Herculean task. It could be...
Miss. That was a dive kick timing that we didn't really see before. Okay, so a
Hooligan is fine. Get
things
good.
that weren't really a big part of the tool set previously. That timing of dive kick and Hooligan there.
Aquí vamos, Grand Finals.
Drive gauge management. I'd really like to see how he's really going to tempt Mr. Crimson into throw tech, and as Mr. Crimson does it to him, is he going to dive kick?
Crimson en winners, mientras que Lionheart en losers.
As well. I think throw tech might be a key thing to circumvent for both players in this set.
Y esto parece que se lo va a llevar Crimson. Aunque Lionheart casi lo envía a él a losers. Porque su match terminó 3-2. El de Kusanagi también terminó 3-2. Pero ¿será posible que Lionheart le resete el bracket a Crimson? ¿O será que Crimson se lo llevará tranquilamente? Porque esto podría pasar otro momento en World Warrior Finals, que el Valmaster le ganó 6-0 a Crimson en la Grand Final. 3 para resetear y 3 para ganarle.
No. And just like that, it's Crimson who... Oh my god, jump roundhouse. And jump
Lo
timing
mata,
again.
lo mata.
Lionheart will take the game. Yes.
1-0 para Lionheart.
With powerful jumps and dive kicks on his way into the corner. Control, damage, finding his way back in both rounds even. Was Lionheart.
I've got to say powerful yet fortuitous. I think the cross-up light kick was very fortunate.
Sure.
Because even I didn't know what side it was going to land, to be honest with you. So.
Oh, good work, dude. All right.
Hey, this is why we're the backup dancers. He's got the game plan.
Of course. Right?
He's got the game plan. I also think what's helping him as well is when he perfect carries a heavy. Because when you perfect carry the limits them for a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
I'd say a couple of minutes. I can jump around this again. There we go. Almost burnt high is Mr. Crimson. Can he take advantage of that though?
He's trying to get away. Not for long. Burned out even.
Chase him. Yeah, no, he's free. This is free.
Oh, this is a really bad spot here for Crimson. All the way to the corner. Yes, here it comes.
No llegó a la pared.
He took the hit again. That means you're not going to get wall splat. But he took so much damage to try to avoid getting wall splat. And this one.
No lo mata.
Spend it, all of it. Spend the level 1. And he's going to do level 2 instead because he said, I'm not taking
Lo mata.
any chances. And
Round para Lionheart.
Charge cannon, or spiral arrow, I should say, takes that round here. Lionheart.
That was like worst case scenario for Crimson. Taking those hits, understandable. It means you're not going to get splat, but then still getting splat. That was most of his life that he lost in that series.
Fire!
The roundhouse as well. That takes off the most right. Gauge and that's still.
You know what? That would have been a sick.
Fire!
Shout out to Crimson for keeping his
fire!
Yeah, so want to risk it.
No.
Got the jump roundhouse here for the back medium punch beat.
No.
There's an anti here from frame 8, I believe it is.
Level 3.
There we go. Getting as close to the danger zone as possible.
Accept
here.
it.
And he's not going to be overzealous.
Págate.
Just play it safe from this point out. Yeah, not much that Lionheart can do. It's got to be a lucky jump at this point.
Well, guess what?
Level 1.
Burned out as well.
Oh, my God, he just done him again.
Not again.
Oh, he's done. Mate, he's done. David, he's done.
2-0.
What's going on?
He will build a bar.
What
Sí.
on earth is going on?
2-0 a favor de Lionheart.
Crimson in set 1 and the lucky
Oh no,
jump
not like this.
And in both of those rounds, I mean, if
Not
that's
like
lucky
this.
jump, I don't want to say that that's it. Crimson put himself towards burnout in both of those rounds. Capitalizing hugely after that was Lionheart. In the first round, Lionheart got a lot of extra damage because of how defensive choices
Another
were made
World
by
Warrior
Mr.
Finals
Crimson.
moment.
I don't know.
I will say, the first jump was lucky. The second jump was scripted. Yes. No.
I've seen him play. Look, I just am surprised that he needs to do it. Is all I want to say. I've seen him have a strong Luke. I know he's played other characters in this game and previously, but to get knocked off with the Dhalsim, nevertheless, is
that must
incredible.
mean he must have had this idea from when he was waiting. Because he said, like, that was a 3-1, but that must have been a close
No, tocar.
like, bank on that again. And he might be very unfamiliar with his Luke style here, Lionheart.
Dude, we just saw Lionheart 3-1 against a top-tier Luke player.
Lo mata.
But, here's Crimson.
Y sin gastar barra. Ay no.
Hands right off the Yoga Master. Is this the answer? Hopefully, maybe Crimson will join the Ministry of Propaganda. Who knows? Nice whip on it.
Yeah, he's there for a while.
Váyalo.
Just backs away at the moment here. Drive rush cancel from the light. I'm not sure if that was a legit frame trap there from the light conversion, but double dash misses his grab because he got it a bit too early there. Roundhouse is away with malicious intent. Dude, Lionheart is playing with a purpose.
Back throw.
So despite all of that, and honestly, he has played great. He's stuck now. No, not for long.
The thing is,
funky little series is putting in here too.
But what I like about it, because, and he's going to take the round with the level 3.
Le gasta level 3.
So he's going to put him at reset point here. So because Luke isn't his main, he's not going. He's going to be more patient in defensive scenarios because it's not Dhalsim. Oh, okay, I know it's a jab.
I understand.
So because it's not the character, I'm not saying he doesn't know what to do with Luke. He's just going to be a bit more rigid.
Yeah, that is a very common thing to see. Somebody has a backup, they may feel a little bit less confident in some aspects of the game.
So she's in, and that didn't punish counter. Okay, that worked out for you, but Crouch Fist takes it. Lionheart needs another dive kick or a jump, I think. And he doesn't do that.
El
instead. He
spin
goes for the
knuckle.
third option.
Waited it out. Yeah.
And he
Oh,
baited
you
that.
got baited. Yes.
Drive rush in.
No.
Oh, dude, you could have got way more damage.
No hizo correctamente el
I'm thinking back to
punish
some of the drops that
Lionheart.
he had in their previous set in winner's side. That said, right back into its
He's
line.
gonna burn
Burning
out.
himself out and no super.
Le hizo el reset
He's
a
gonna hold
esta
the
y GG.
And then that's it. Legitimate string here. And then, yeah. Good interruption there from Crimson.
Oh,
Take the
And
throw.
because if he hits him first, Crimson will recover before
Yes,
Lionheart
indeed.
does.
Okay,
Take the
that's
throw.
the recovery.
Don't make this obvious. He stunned him, mate.
He just built it! He just built it! By the pixels is when he built it, and Lionheart will actually reset the bracket versus Mr. Crimson.
Now,
Not
Oh
only
my
on behalf
god.
of Dhalsim, but
Lo que le
knocking
hizo
into
Lionheart a
losers
Crimson.
effectively as well.
I think it was
¿Será
episode
que será
3.
otro 6-0 y que será Lionheart el que ganará? ¿O será
Kusanagi did that
Crimson que
in
podrá
one of our
despertar?
SFL episodes. And I said, did you press the button before your gauge come back? And he said, yeah. He said, and that's what he said. He said, I
Just in
mashed it.
case, right? Like, it's
what can you
gonna
do?
come back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Either you get hit and it doesn't matter, or you will have built the drive, and there
that's
it is.
And the thing is, the attacker never pays attention to that slither when it recovers just in
Woo.
time.
Vamos con el reset.
Bracket reset, ladies and gentlemen. Lionheart, and he's gone back to Dhalsim.
Okay, okay.
De
Like,
regreso a
out of the line, I think
Dhalsim.
That's understandable.
Similar to what Killzyou did with the Cammy and the Juri, so I think he's just got to stick with Dhalsim from this point onwards. And because of the position, Lionheart's
De regreso al Dhalsim. Vamos, Crimson. Necesitamos otro Dhalsim.
Out of 5.
Se lo merece.
And again,
Big jump timing. Hope to meet him in the sky. Not quite.
jump fist must cover, neutral jump fist must cover the float angle and throw tech as well. So I think he's kind of locked into that
Can
scenario. there.
Spike. Bien, le castigó bien el teleport.
Yes, but see some readiness on Crimson's side as well.
No.
He's trying to burn him out here.
And Lionheart trying to stay away to avoid that. He doesn't want to have to block. He doesn't need to.
Yuka Flame.
Arch there as well. He's holding it, and he watch out for the grab. Oh
No.
no! Okay, I was on the same wavelength as Lionheart.
Tácate.
There's the back medium.
Yuga,
Every
yuga,
decision
yuga,
you make
yuga.
be nail biting. I'll tell you that much. There's a yoga lance. Too far for the conversion of the back medium punch though. Okay, back dashes this time round. I usually see him buffer the crouch this from that scenario, but oh, he's on the medium punch instead.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how he's going to try to change his game plan up. Crimson.
Bien.
Blocked.
Okay.
And
Got a
he's-
great punish for that.
To be fair,
No.
he does move her forward.
Dropió el combo ahí.
Startup, so
Can Spike.
get in the air, swat him out.
Oh, it's huge.
He's got the level 2 now.
Yeah, yeah.
Gets him. Yeah, good flame as well. Convert!
That actually could have killed him. Oh, boy. Yes! Keeping his eyes open is Mr. Crimson.
That might
Bien.
work out for him though. Yes!
Oh!
That might work out for him because that's the round. And, oh. That's fine.
Sí.
I was actually expecting something else, but that actually works out for him incredibly well.
Oh my
Still
God.
has the CA stocked.
Huh.
Let's see who gets first blood.
Trying to stay outside of Dhalsim's buttons and then suddenly stab in. Classic anti-Dhalsim strategy. He's making it count so beautifully.
Vaya la voz.
Slammed down the ground. Throw.
Take the throw.
What's he going to do to pile on the mental stack? And he's got him. I think he's going to convert. I think he's got to do the
Lo
whole
ma-
thing.
no,
And
no,
he
no
does.
gasta el level
He's got
3.
to. Where's the spin knuckle? There it is. There's one.
No, ahora sí.
Lionheart. In the second
1-0
set, is
a
the
favor de
first one to
Lionheart.
take a game. He is leading
Yeah.
now for the first time.
I think it's throughout the whole time
2
they've got to
games
play.
away from qualifying for Capcom Cup.
Back medium punch.
Huh.
Here we go. Dive kick. It hits, and luckily he wasn't firmly planted on the ground. So it was only an airborne scenario. Going to get the conversion to
Vaya
Spiral
la
Arrow
voz.
once again. And then pile on the pressure. Last minute drive impact there. And he's going to go for the teleport
That's
side
an
swap.
amazing reaction. Barry denied the offense immediately.
Dude, is he playing at hyper speed past the speed limit?
No.
Get a bit too passionate there, buddy.
No.
You'll get Inferno for 30%.
He just held it.
Oh, that worked! Okay, no.
That
No.
Oh, that worked? What should I do there?
No. La cabeza.
Some aspects of that round there, give me a little bit of pause for Lionheart moving forward here. Some slight brain farty decisions.
No.
He's brain farts on both ends, to be honest with you. There we go. Quick switch on. Again, drive reversal.
Bien ahí usado el reversal.
I am not dealing with that. him down. Almost got the hit.
Beautiful.
Yeah, didn't want to burn himself out with the conversion, and it's not going to kill him.
Back throw.
It's the back throw here, and this game is looking comfortable. Mr. Crimson.
Too far.
Oh,
And you haven't got level 2
trouble.
either. Threaten the stun before you stun him. Threaten it before you do it. Yeah, a little bit more. He's massive.
Challenge to the other side, to the other side.
Bien,
Somehow
1-1.
Crimson comes out of this with the game 1-1.
This is insane.
Cutting
I
off
never
the screen.
expected this.
No, amazing play.
No.
That's the sweet spot.
Sweet spot indeed.
Toca fight. Bien ahí, OD Cannon Spike.
Almost burnt out in the process though. Drive gauge in the amber. That's why he's moving away and being a little bit hesitant. We're near the corner, so you might be doing just the Crimson a
Cannon
huge favor.
Spike.
Until that Cannon Spike connected.
Fire.
Interesting little buffer.
Almost. Yoga Comet, the angle that
No.
Yoga Comet covers is actually pretty good.
Oh, fire.
Fire gets out of there.
No.
That's Crimson keeping his eye on things. Trying it out on offense.
What a time to
Nothing.
jump away.
Qué
Really,
buena.
back fierce works there.
Blocks.
No.
Be the round for Mr.
He's dead.
Crimson. Putting things back in his
Yoga,
favor.
yoga.
Trying to get 2-1 on this grand.
Crimson está jugando en PC. Lionheart está jugando en crossplay. O sea que puede ser mitad PC, mitad PS4. O PC, no, mitad PC5.
Go back to stage
No.
control.
Good trade. Gonna teleport away again as well. Good parry on the jump fierce as well, but Lionheart is having real difficulty getting back in now. Much different from the previous set. Gets an accidental back throw, we'll take it.
No punish. Here's Lionheart. Crimson has level 3. And okay, Lionheart
A long train.
did not just move away. I thought he would. Maybe that's why he went in. Crimson, though, is still keeping his eye on it.
No hooligan yet either. As soon as he... Oh, okay, done the hooligan dive kick. Good grab, though. Gets another grab in
For
there.
February.
Same thing for Crimson. Crimson escapes. He's going to try it up close.
Yoga, yoga,
You've
yoga.
got to deal with it, and he does a throw tech instead. No level 3 here for Lionheart either, so he's going to have to... If he does get a clean hit,
There it is.
he's in there.
No, dropió el combo.
Oh, and he's out of there.
Lionheart dropió el combo.
Nowhere near. Grab, is it enough?
Yoga. 2-1 a favor de Crimson.
Games to 1.
Yoga slap.
What does Lionheart do at
slap.
this point? Has he exhausted all the options? I don't know.
It felt like he was playing so
Yeah.
fast at the beginning of this set, and it has been slowed down.
You telling me
The
Dhalsim
yoga
is still
mode.
speedrun this on me?
Seems
It's
like
over.
Alright, back throw.
Back
Okay.
throw.
Sometimes we
Crimson
can
activate the yoga
So
mode.
if I guess wrong, eventually I'll guess right. We'll land on the same.
Burnout.
Spent driving
No.
outside to move forward, unfortunately. In the process, burned himself out, and that
Nope.
means that Crimson can make this
He's
happen.
dead.
He will be at match point and tournament point.
Tournament
after
point.
this.
People they underestimate this tool. His drive impact
Tournament
is burnout is probably one of the strongest tools he actually has. Tool set, what a conversion. This is go to the side for a
Pero-
second.
Yeah, wow.
Buen combo de parte de Lionheart. Eso estuvo bastante bueno.
Right up close. Oh,
No
let
castigó
down.
bien.
Something else.
Button press.
Boy, that could have been
Hook
huge.
fire.
Smack point here. Nice delay
yo,
as well to see
yo.
what Lionheart does. I think he's run out of steam here, David.
It does seem that way.
Yeah. Oh, wow, and it still worked. I'm not sure what yoga flame that was, but... Delays it. Another
Back
tip
throw.
there for Mr. Crimson.
looking
He's dead.
I think
He
that's
spends
it.
it.
That's it. He's
He's
qualified for the
dead,
cup.
Crimson.
Merciless Yoga is actually booked his place at Capcom Cup 10 there. Mr. Crimson, your France, Spain and Portugal
Free
CPT
Dhalsim.
champion.
Free Dhalsim.
What a recovery.
That's
can I
words.
just say. In the first set, he was knocked off of this main character. That's how seriously he understood the threat from Lionheart. And understandably so, because Lionheart was playing great. Reset the bracket, won the first game of that second set. And then
Deserve.
that next game, we even identified it felt like there were some of those brain farts coming back again that were a problem for him in their winner's side set. I couldn't tell you exactly why, but it did seem like that was happening. Maybe just the moment, I don't know, the stress of the moment. Crimson didn't have that issue. He was the one who capitalized on those mistakes, began slowing the matchup down, had more and more control.
All
as it
her
went
war
forward.
crimes.
As you say, qualifies for Capcom Cup.
Again, special shout outs to Lionheart and getting all the
100%.
way to grand finals, showing you
Loved it.
why people.
Así que tenemos con esto 3 Dhalsims en la Capcom Cup. Tenemos, el primero fue Garnet de Italia, El segundo fue Shaka de Argentina, que ganó el World Warrior de su región. Y ahora tenemos a Mr. Crimson de Francia, clasificado a la Capcom Cup. Pero lo que le hizo Lionheart al principio a Mr. Crimson, 3-0 en la Grand Finals primer lado, pero 3-1 a favor de Crimson en el reset.
They are very grounded. She's the footsies character. Maybe they'll do dad kicks here and there, but it is not. This man's bringing out hooligans, and his jump timings are amazing, and his movement was great, and he had some sick conversions even out of some weird float situations from Dhalsim. I just felt like it was a very interestingly constructed version of Cammy. And yet, as we're witnessing here, Crimson played great, kept his wits about him, and recovered.
Well, here's what the French players have been saying for a long time, right? In grand finals, like, okay, I can probably take one set. Can we do the double?
Free Dhalsim.
More time. You forced his hand. I will this one give a special shout out, give him credit.
Yeah.
You're one of the few people that actually forced his hand.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you know, just a flipping, like, you know, thought process is like, okay,
Free Dhalsim's
not gonna do it here. I may have to resort to Luke. And as soon as Luke got back in the back pocket.
Yeah,
that was it. But yes, this is what the bracket is looking like overall here. Mr. Crimson qualifies for the cup after a Lionheart grand final reset here. Shout out to all the participants this weekend, and also in this top 8 as well. French dominated, and that means we'll have 2 French players. Grandmaster from the World Warrior, and Mr. Crimson from the CPT. Kind of boil it down to Lionheart for me is what happens when you sprint? You exhaust all your energy to run as quickly as possible in the shortest amount of time.
Torimeshi en...
That's kind of how I saw it, right? And it was working. And after, like you said, that game 1 in the reset, I was like...
Torimeshi en Waisimochi.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I was with you.
And it's like, okay, maybe just run out of steam. Because he was resorting to the same tactics.
En Waisimochi.
Throw. Okay, there's one jump where I think Yoga Flame came up by accident, but it didn't say punish counter this time. Didn't say that. Again, started to, like, change up the timing with the projectiles, less limbs in certain scenarios, and then as it started to be a bit more panicky.
Así que con esta hora que salga el corte y ya terminamos.
You started guessing right on your defensive choices. Yeah, parry didn't work out, then you didn't work out. It's like, okay, you're cycling through those options. Eventually, the attacker will pick the same option you do and win.
So 2 French players in Capcom Cup, 3 Dhalsim players in Capcom Cup, Garnet and Shaka having previously qualified now.
Only
Mr.
one Mahel
Crimson is
CQ.
there as well. That's not the end of the CPT. It is for today in terms of our matches. But there are more CPT qualifying tournaments yet to come.
Siguiente semana, UK Ireland.
How many hours? A day, basically, I guess you could say, more a little bit less than a day, is when registration closes for UK Ireland. That tournament will take place next weekend. It's going to be full of killers. That is one of the strongest scenes in the world, and going to be very exciting to watch. But if you live in that region, get in there. Play some games.
Indeed. 4 a.m. PST, sorry, that the registrations will close. This will be happening next week. Do look out for that as well. There is the schedule as well that will be happening throughout late December and early January as well. UK and Ireland, that will happen next weekend. January 6th will be the weekend, the rescheduled weekend for CPT Japan. Do look out for that one. They had a large number of entrants.
Oh, yeah.
For when it was supposed to be scheduled at the start of December. And I'm hoping they can replicate that number again. Then some, because only one person will qualify from that region for the finals. And then, of course, January 13th will be US, Canada East. Knuckle-D, Punk, Idol, heck, there could be a hidden talent in there we do not know about.
Japanis Elano Gots.
Looking forward to it. The next 2 events in the tournament schedule.
Lots of crunchy stuff coming up. You know, what can you say? It's been a crack tournament today. It's been spicy. Very saucy tournament that we just made our way through. You feeling cheesy about it?
I don't know where you're going with this, but
we'll be back to eat some chips and some queso on camera. I know you're looking forward to it. I know none of you are going to go away either.
We got to speak to Mr. Crimson.
We're going to be talking with Mr. Crimson. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a little bit.
Ok. Con esto, la transmisión del CPT France&Spain&Portugal llega a su conclusión con la victoria de Mr. Crimson. Con esto marcan 3 Dhalsims clasificados a la Capcom Cup. Con esto, el final de la transmisión llega hasta aquí. Pero les digo, el top 16 del CPT, de este mismo CPT France&Spain&Portugal, lo voy a retransmitir mañana lunes, obviamente debido a la falla que tuve ayer, que debido a una falla del OBS me cortó parte de la transmisión, así que tuve que borrar el directo, borrarlo y volverlo a rearmar para tenerlo listo para el lunes. Pero bueno, gente, gracias a todos los que estuvieron tanto acá en YouTube como en Twitch. Y ahora nos veríamos ahora el lunes. Ahora viendo el top 16 del CPT de France, Spain, Portugal. Solo los matches únicamente. Pero bueno, saluditos.